So then what are you asking?
No, I'm asking you.
Why do you like women? Same reason you like women.
No, I'm asking you. What's the difference? I'm not bisexual.
Would you kiss a man?
Never in life.
Exactly.
Hoffa. Oh, heart so cold. They think I sold my soul. Like I would ever sell my soul. No, they wanna know how I'm so cold with it. My niggas see me and say, bro, did it. My diamonds dancing got them so livid. If you a hater, man, I
might have fucked a couple big bitches, but I never fuck with jealousy. Niggas talking like a op, keep the same energy. Homie said we crew still, but Brody just a friend of me. I don't fuck with you still, you know I got a memory.
I never changed like Hov said. You can't relate if you never slept on a cold bed. You wasn't plucking roaches off of mold bread with holes in your pro cats. I was only a teen, but felt more like an old head.
It's Hoffa. Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
We had Bun B here. He sat in that exact same chair. He talked about, you know, it's one thing to sit there and say, you got to know your value, you got to know your worth. You can't, you know, don't take the first offer, don't take the first this, that, and the other. He's like, but you're not in the perspective of the person who doesn't have anything else on the table.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
And they also don't have, they also have this mentality of whatever's ahead of me is better than what's behind me, and I can't go back.
Yep.
Like, fuck, this may be terrible. This might be awful. I can't go backwards, like at all.
Yeah.
And you don't understand desperation on that level. It's easy to say, yo, don't do it, but you don't know what you sentencing that person to if they don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was me. Like I said, had I not signed with Atlantic, I would have been stuck in the situation I was in already. They were obviously great at gaslighting. Hindsight, I could see everything. Like I have all the emails, everything. And it was like, I was asking them, I was like, you know, I want to make this type of music. I want to do this. I want to do that. They told me, you can't wear all black. Like all black makes you look like you don't know how to dress. And you can't do this. You can't do that. So it's like, people think that the major label did that to me. It was the management I was with. Like they were telling me, everything was a problem. So I was just getting fucking depressed, to be honest. So I was like, there's a label that's offering me 6 figures. Back then, like I'm going from 20 bucks in the bank to I can actually do something. Plus my merch was already separate from that. So I made sure that everything I was doing was separate. The type of situation that I got into made sure that my family was gonna be good. So I was like, fuck it. If I've got to be the sacrifice lamb for everybody else to be good, then that's what it is. And that's what it ended up being, you know? Like my business and merch and touring and everything fed my family since, you know, and, you know, I'm doing okay now, so.
Yeah, okay. You're all right.
Not
so bad.
I'm all right.
God killed their asses, huh? Fucking with your paper.
I'm dead, yo. But no, I don't know. And you know, I've talked to my attorney about it, about like, you know, like, what's up? Like, that's too much time that they got to make all this money. And my fans, bro, by the way, I never even talked about it. Like, I was just in such a situation where, like, I didn't even go back and fight because I was like, I'm just going to focus on moving forward and making more. If I made that, I can make more. Like,
it got to be a loophole to get that, though.
Right. But then, and then when I saw what they did with the money, because then they went and just tried to make a bunch of me's again and just tried to do, I know they lost all that. They spent that shit on just trying to, and then, yeah, like, then when somebody passes away, you're just kind of like, who do I fight? What do I do? It does leave you with some anger. I wish at least I would have got a conversation. One of the partners is still alive, so maybe I'll have a conversation with him. But yeah, it's more like life will teach you, like, sometimes shit is fucked up and you just have no option but to move forward and deal with it later, because what are you gonna fucking do?
Okay, what part of that have you never mentioned before? You said I never talked about this before. Which
no, my fans never knew that a lot of the songs that were their favorites, one, I never got paid for. Two, you know, eventually when they got deleted off the internet, like any songs that I've deleted off the internet has always been because somebody did some fuck shit, and with me, I don't like making money with fuck ass people, so like I'll delete it.
What about shows? Like, was you getting compensated for your shows at least?
At that time, they weren't getting me no fucking shows. Like nothing that, even the project that they made all that money for, I made with my producer. Like I made it in my studio. I turned it in, But like I did the art, I did the pictures, I did everything. So it's like I literally went to an independent label, turned something in. They never gave me an advance, never gave me nothing. We signed paperwork that said I was gonna get a certain percentage. I never got it. And then that was it. Like that's that video that she's talking about that was on World Star. My boy Eric shot. And he did it for free because honestly, we were in LA, we were at some New Boys fucking video or something, and then we went off to a side and I walked just rapping at the camera. He put that shit out, and then one of my other homeboys had a plug at World Star, so they posted it. But they posted it with "Can This White Girl Rap?" That shit fucked me up.
Oh shit!
It went viral because of it,
Right.
but
It was
just so much. And then people were like, "Oh, she's not white, she's Mexican," and they're like, "Even worse." And I'm like. Like
Who
I was
said
getting
even
dragged,
worse?
Nah,
bro.
you know how-
the
you know how the
comments
comments
were
are.
Who said even worse?
World Star
Racist.
comments were wild.
World Star.
Wild, bro. World Star comments
Oh,
back
let
in the
her
day
finish.
were brutal.
It's still brutal.
Yeah, so
They don't care.
yeah, it taught me very young. I didn't want to fucking be posted nowhere.
So, question: was there ever a time where you be called like a culture vulture, anything like that?
Hell yeah, all the time. Either I'm white or I'm Mexican or I work at a Motel 6 or I fucking anything. You can call me. I've been called everything, and then add. Later on in life, I fucking came out, so now I'm gay. Now you add all that shit. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, how did you deal with all that?
Fucking cry and just keep going? Like, what the fuck? I cry, I pray. Alcohol. Look,
I was joking.
look at this shit.
I was joking. That was a joke. I was joking.
So it was no truth to the bisexual.
I'm like, if y'all keep giving me alcohol, you're going to see me cry, pray, and drink more alcohol.
Oh,
Like,
Lord
that's it. You're going to see how I...
So it was no truth to the bisexual situation? Or you
No,
being
there was.
bisexual?
I mean, I think my sexuality, and, you know, a lot of people can agree, it's like, it is kind of a spectrum, I guess. But for me, I know that I want to be with a woman. Like, I know that. Like, now after dating men and women and everything I've been through and what I've been able to feel for a woman, I could tell you I'm not going back. You know what
What's the difference, though?
Oh,
From
hell.
the-
Do you
from
like
the
women?
I love women.
So then what are you asking?
No, I'm asking you.
Why do you like women? Same reason you like women.
No, I'm asking you. What's the difference? I'm not
answering.
bisexual.
Would you kiss a man?
Never in life.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So imagine you're in a place where whether you're questioning or you're
But
bi,
you
you're
said you
figuring it
dated
out.
both, though.
I did.
Let her finish.
Oh.
Let her finish.
But I dated men, and then I was married to a man, and then once we separated, I explored more into what my sexuality was. I dated women, and from what I can remember from being with a man to what I've been able to feel with a woman, I could just say, this is where I'm from.
You haven't been quiet though about the ups and downs you've been in with relationships with women though.
Yeah, no, women are assholes. Women suck.
Wait, let's go back. I want to go back.
Oh my
I want to
God.
go
Yeah.
back for people who may not know.
Good.
You were married
Yes.
to a man.
Mm-hmm.
At the time that you were
For
married,
10 years.
at the
Yeah.
time that you were married to him, were you bisexual?
I don't think I ever questioned because I got married to him right after high school.
Okay.
So like I had only been with men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have talked to my friends. I mean, and everybody knows this. Like, you talk to a girl and you're like, oh, and then they kiss other girls and they're like, yeah, that's what we do. Like, it's fun, whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, but like, do you think girls are pretty? Like, yeah, they're beautiful. Like, every girl kind of answers that. Like, whether they're the straightest girl you've ever met or they're gay. Like, everyone can agree. Women are beautiful. Girls make out with girls. Everything. So to me, like, when I was dating men, and also it's very like put in us to like know you're gonna be straight. You're gonna get married. You're gonna have kids. You're gonna live a happy life. Especially being Mexican. Like, both my parents are Mexican. Born in Mexico, live in Mexico, traditional Catholic.
Catholic. Okay.
So immediately, like, it's just been put in our heads that that's what you want. You want to find someone to get married, and that's how you succeed in life. So that's what I fucking did. I got married. The guy's very nice to this day. Like, we have a great relationship. But he never really did anything to me that was like, people are like, oh, she got treated bad. She got cheated on. That's why she's gay. It's like, no, like, he was a nice guy. He was in the military. Like, we led a good life. But we had completely different goals. As I started to tour more, as I started to make music, as I started to do more things, he wanted someone that was just gonna stay home and cook and, you know, be a wife.
You
And
wanted a
just
housewife.
like live a regular life too. Like, he was okay with, you know, retiring in Texas and just, this is my life. This is our peak and this is what we're gonna live for the rest of our life. And I was like, I'm looking for more. Like, what the fuck? Like, this isn't all I want. So obviously that's gonna keep on like just like pulling away until you get to a point where you're just like, bro, like, what the fuck are we even doing? Plus, we're not teenagers anymore. I was a teenager when I met him. Like, in that time I thought I was grown. I'm like, I'm grown up now. Like I want to do things. So yeah, we just started kind of living separate lives. We still kind of legally stayed married. Obviously, financially, I was doing a lot better. So he was like, I'm comfortable here. Like we chilling. Like go do whatever you want to do as long as you pay all the bills. Like I don't care. And I was like,
Wow.
great. And then
Wow.
and then eventually,
Wow.
you know, he started living his life. I lived mine. We signed paperwork. Everything is good. And we have a great kid, you know, together. As I started dating women, I was like,
And he's still straight.
yeah, he's
Oh,
not
okay.
gay.
I gotta ask.
I don't think his sexuality was ever
I
up for
don't know. He
debate.
wants you to do everything. It's crazy to me. Bro.
Well, no, I mean, I think just, you know, and for me, and to defend him too, is like when I didn't have shit, like he was the breadwinner. He was in the military. You know, he made sure we had a home and everything. So when I started making money, I was like, okay, cool. Like I'll pay it back. Like if you for this many years were the breadwinner and I'm the breadwinner for this many years, like I don't see a problem.
So this was like a business arrangement.
No, it's just
No, it just sounds like two people wanting to do right by each other.
yeah, like I don't want to fuck over somebody who took care of me. Like that's
Right.
not business. That's
Right.
just even with my family, like my parents. Like you know, I don't have business with my mom, but I'm gonna make sure she's good. So
I didn't hear any beef in that story.
Right.
yeah.
I didn't hear-
No, it seemed like, but maybe
And
you didn't know.
and in there was in there, you know, we obviously argued. We were married. We
Everybody
have our-
argues. That's not
exactly.
beef.
Yeah, that's why
There
they-
was a
that's
lot
why-
of like push and pull until it got to a place where we were finally like, okay,
This is
everybody's
it.
good.
Yeah, that's.
So you haven't been with a man since him? All women.
Mhm.
Okay. Could a man turn you on sexually or no? Is it an emotional connection that you have more with women, or is it a physical, or is it both?
I think like when you talk about sex, like I think sex is easy to do with like either. It's not that's not the thing. Yeah, it's more like yeah, what I'm attracted to. Like I want like a girl. Like I want like it's like any of you guys. Like you want a girl to touch you. You're thinking of a girl. The girl's gonna be what? Soft, smell nice, pretty. Like everything feminine about a girl. Then you think you in your head with this girl, and then turn that into a guy. You're gonna be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like it's just
Yeah, never.
exactly. See,
Never do that part.
I guess
That
it's
part.
not
none of us.
clicking for me at all because I've never felt that way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to understand.
because you're not gay.
Right.
Okay, so
I'm
yeah.
not gay. So I'm trying to understand. So you just have been gay, right? And just maybe back then you didn't know.
No, I think what you're asking me is like, okay, the reason that I don't answer that straight up is because one, it causes more problems for me. The moment that I tell you, would I be able to have sex with a man? All of a sudden the comments are gonna be like, there's a chance, there's that. One, I'm in a relationship with a woman.
Okay.
I don't want to disrespect my relationship with a woman.
Right.
Two, I don't really need more men that already, if I'm dressed fully as a boy, still try. To me, I'm like, I like my life how it is. You know what I mean? But like, if I would say answer truthfully, can maybe potentially I have sex with a man? Probably.
I'm asking so
But
that
I
by
want to.
right, you don't want to, but by definition,
Like, stop!
you would
No,
say it was gay as opposed to
You're
bisexual.
traumatizing me. Give me vodka.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I'm just trying to get to you defined yourself as gay. You were like, I'm gay, right? But
I'm queer.
okay,
I
so it'd
identify
be
as queer.
bi, kind
Yeah.
of,
I'm in a lesbian relationship with
Right.
a woman
right?
And has every intention of staying there.
and would be completely happy if I am only with said woman.
Right.
Okay, that's that. Again, some of your music, you can't tell that you like women at all.
I'm dead.
You go in on these relations, and that's another thing.
Like Drake.
He doesn't get down.
So I'm a sassy man.
You just call Drake a sassy man.
No, I'm just saying. And that's my favorite artist. I've always,
He
I
can
listen
still
to
be your
Drake.
favorite, but you
So
call him a
he's
sassy man.
considered a sassy
Some of the
man.
music is a little,
Yeah, it's sassy.
is a
It's
little
absolutely.
sassy.
I don't-
And it's not just Drake. It's the majority of the rap industry. Men seem to have a problem with women. Why? Because they're hurt the same way that, yeah, some of my music could be about a breakup and be hurt by women because maybe like I like somebody and they fuck me over and yeah, that's going to make a good breakup song, you know?
You said they're nuts.
No, some women are. Yeah. Women
According
are.
to your song.
What I say?
Oh God.
I also have a song called Fucking Look at Me where I said, sit your ass and thighs on my face. Like what, wait, chest. It was chest, sorry. But
That must be the original.
yeah, I edited myself.
That must be the original.
Exactly.
I mean, you like it. I love it for you. I'm not asking. I'm
Right.
just like I'm still I got stuck on the sassy man part
Why?
because that's wild.
Why is it wild?
So you think you
It's very
associate
obvious.
sassy with being
You
gay?
surprised?
Say it again.
You associate
Yeah,
sassy
sassy's
with
not
being
gay.
gay?
I
That's the
don't.
difference
Yeah.
because
No, I
that's
don't.
not.
No, women
I don't.
being sassy,
No, calling a man sassy is calling him effeminate.
right?
Yeah.
Because
That's
women are
not
sassy.
No, it's
necessarily
sassy.
there. That's
Because
not
women are
necessarily
sassy.
No,
It's sassy.
men have sassy qualities. Women have masculine qualities.
What's a sassy quality
Yeah,
in a man?
A
So
sassy
talking
quality.
too much. Talking too
Like,
much.
yeah. There you
Okay.
go. Ask
That's
her.
fine.
Too
Look.
much.
So anything
I'm
sassy.
asking to both of you since we have women
Right.
here.
Like
right.
super trying to like just be like argumentative and just like throwing all the everything. Like it's like
Arguing with women.
calm down. Like
I don't like that one.
That's a sassy.
I don't like that
So
one.
that's
You can
not
have a
sassy.
Sassy
debate.
is
You can have a
negative.
debate, but,
No,
but
no,
like
hold on,
if you
hold on,
continue,
bro.
continue,
I won't say
continue,
arguing with a woman.
Yeah, 'cause
arguing,
I-
arguing like a woman.
I don't.
I would say disproportionately arguing with women more than you argue with men. That's sassy as
Yeah,
fuck.
that's true. That's
Okay.
true.
No, I go.
The moment that
I
there's
go-
dudes
I lean
that
a
are-
little bit
I
more
agree.
into. I lean a little bit more
definitely
into
agree with that.
sassy.
That's true.
If you are like, if a woman and a man are arguing and a man just won't stop, that's too sassy for me.
See,
That's too sassy.
Yeah, that
Too-
is
too-
sassy.
yeah.
That's sassy.
Yes.
It's
That's
sassy.
sassy.
Too
You
many,
gotta let the woman
too many
have
of your
it.
homegirls jump behind that. Like as soon as y'all start losing an argument, all of a sudden we sassy because
Yeah, y'all
we're winning
sassy.
the
Y'all
argument.
sassy. Absolutely.
That's that bullshit. No, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
sassy.
Sometimes it depends on the content of what you're arguing about, too.
Bro,
Yeah.
if what I don't like is one, I've never liked this one. How you over here arguing with women? Like, bro, are you not a full human being to have it? Well, you make it sound like arguing with a woman is beneath me or something like that. That doesn't sound right. That sounds crazy to me. You're a human being. You're a grown up. You're an adult. We're having a disagreement. We're having an argument.
Or debate.
You're whatever you want, however you
Yeah.
want to phrase it, whatever the debate / argument only figures out to the intention behind what we're doing.
Right.
But if we're discussing this, how you arguing with women, well, you make it sound like arguing with you is like arguing with a child, like arguing with you is beneath me as a man, and that sounds stupid.
Well,
to
I
me.
think a woman and a man can have a conversation where they go back
We
and
can
forth.
also have an
But if
argument.
you're
And
doing
an
too much
argument as well.
arguing, you're sassy.
We-
You're doing too much
and then the
arguing
other part
fast.
is, I hate it when as soon as y'all start losing, something's wrong with our manhood. You
All right.
start losing.
Listen.
I'm less of a man. I'm less of a man because
That's
you're
right,
wrong.
Mac. That's right, Mac.
Let me
How
ask you a
did that
question,
happen?
right? Conversation done, argument done, moment
Right.
of silence.
Right.
The guy continues. That's
Right.
sassy.
That's absolutely sassy.
Bro,
Conversation's over. Conversation's over.
I'm
Here,
just trying to understand.
here come the man
I
with
said
the
I'm trying to
extra-
understand
extra
what you mean by
sassy.
Hey, you
sassy.
shooting them bail. You
I'm
shooting
just
them
trying
bail
to
right now.
understand.
Whose side are you on, bro?
I'm on outside.
I think that
I'm
was
in intent.
sassy.
Which one?
Whose side are you on? Like you want him to back you just because you want
That
him.
may be a sassy argument
Yeah.
right there, bro. Whose side are you on?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's sassy, bro.
Okay, you know what?
That's whose side are you on?
He's regretting he invited me. He was about to.
Not even close.
No.
No, you
No.
don't scare me. You scare me.
Now, but
What side are
to
you
further
on?
her point about Drake, the limp brush, sassy.
Limp
I'm
brush?
dead.
Sassy.
A man can't.
Whoa,
have a-
whoa, whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
wait,
I
wait.
don't think so. I don't
The
think so.
lip
I mean,
brush.
I
It's a lip brush right there. I use
Nah,
that.
but on
I for
camera,
one would prefer
on
people to
camera?
use limp
Come on, what
brushes.
we
Come
talking
on.
about?
I'm from Harlem, man.
Come on,
Use lip
man.
brush.
You got to make sure that
On
does.
You see that when you're
Sassy.
done, man.
Nah, don't jump sides now, bro. You heard sassy. Welcome to the sassy team. Now
I
you
don't think that's sassy. I think
because there's always somebody who's going to take it further in that
So,
direction.
Snow, who do you consider sassy in the industry?
She said Drake.
Besides Drake.
but that's the thing though. It's like again, I listen to Drake all the fucking time. I love the idea of Drake, the music, everything, whatever, people could say, oh, he gets writers, he gets this, he gets that. Okay, well, whatever he has, put together or whatever as an artist, I like it.
You're entertained by it.
Yeah, I'm very entertained. I'm a fan. I
Very
listen
good.
to every single song.
So sassy
Now-
music
Wait,
is emotional
let her
music?
finish. Let her finish.
I think it's more when men are looking for other men's approval and they feel like they need to knock down a girl a notch to get other men's approval. I think when a guy is like da-da-da to a girl and looks over to his boy to see if he approves and then he approves and then they high five, it's like that is fucking weird. That's just weird
I don't know if
behavior.
that's sassy, though.
We were at the club the other night and fucking there was a guy and literally there's a girl dancing and he like keeps looking at his boy and his boy's like, yeah, and then he's like, and then I'm like, do they have like a relationship and the girl's just there as the they're
I
like
get it. You know what I mean? Like
hyping themselves.
niggas looking for validation
It's like
and
the
all
need
that.
to be validated.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that
validation.
validation that you need.
Yeah.
By the way, you can need validation from other men. That's totally fine. But I don't see why you need to like punch down at a woman, not punch down at a
Right.
woman, but like, talk shit about a woman for you to get that.
That's
There's other
funny.
things.
That's
Be
funny.
good at fucking sports.
Yeah.
Fucking have a talent. Do, I don't know, fucking be smart. Do something. Show your calves like they fucking used to. Whatever you need to do. But talking shit about a woman to get other men's value is just kind of
I don't respect
sassy.
that.
I'll agree that that's sassy off the rip because I see women do that all the time. Women look to other women for validation when they popping shit about men. I see that happen all
I
the
think
time.
it's a human thing, really.
No, that's inherently a female
I think they automatically gather
that's
up
inherently a woman
when those
trait.
situations occur.
When women are arguing with another guy and there's another woman around, it's natural for the woman to take.
He ain't shit, girl. Leave him.
That be hating sometimes, though. Most of the time, that's hate, bro.
He broke anyway.
When a
And
man
I
does
don't think it needs to necessarily be like a feminine, a woman or a man. I think it's like sometimes it's like more, like there's feminine and masculine traits, right? Everybody kind of has like to tap into both and be able to have some sort of balanced individual in yourself. You can't just try to be overly fucking masculine, you know what I mean? It's just like, just go to therapy. Like, for the most part. I think for the most part, some of that solves a lot of that shit. Like, really be self-aware, be introspective. What is your goal in life? Like, where are you really trying to go? Like, do you want to live with your homeboy? Like, why are you trying to do this? Like, are you looking for a partner? Or are you not? If you're single, that's fine. Be honest with people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all that type of shit, like very general good rules to be a good person will get rid of 80% of the problems we have right now.
It's difficult to be honest with people who don't really want the honesty that they're asking for.
I was single for 2 years. I was honest as fuck with girls and they still dated me. We still, everything. Like, I was like, look, I'm dating you, but I'm also dating other people. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Or do you really want to know my plans for this Friday or do you not? Like, and you would be surprised how much, if you were just honest, people will actually be like, oh, okay, cool. As long as I could do what I want.
Right.
As long as they can do what they want. If you don't want them to do, that's sassy. You don't want them to do what they want, but you want to do what you want, but you want to lie to get your way. That type of shit is just weird.
Want your cake, you need it too, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
and if you want to, then have the balls to fucking be honest.
That's a different, how do I say this without sounding offensive? Well, it's not offensive.
Say it.
You have a different perspective because you're coming from a different POV. Number one, you're a woman. Number two, you're financially successful. Number three, you have fame and access. And anybody from those three perspectives, those are three very different perspectives than the average Joe who you're
But I have my own negative things that come with those
no.
things.
I never said there are no consequences to it. Everybody has a consequence. But the point I'm making is when you say, just go ahead and tell the truth, be honest, tell the truth. You have to understand you're telling that to people. And bear in mind, you're talking to somebody who doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I say what I want all the time. I try to be respectful. I try to be cool. But
so tell the truth according to your pay grade is what you're...
What I'm saying is a lot of people's pay grade will dictate the truth that they feel they're allowed to tell.
Right. So don't be sneaky if you ain't getting paid.
No, but some people will accept what you have to tell them.
Get your shit together. Stop lying to people and go work a little harder. Do something.
Most of these dudes in the red pill, if you ever check that section out, most of their advice is, yo, go work out, make a lot of money, and then you can do what you want to do as far as
because some people will look.
You gotta work out and you gotta make a lot of money. You can't be broke and fat and then
read books too. Well, they say that
and tell it. Yeah, well, you have to get yourself together as a guy. You got to build yourself up. You got to build your value up, and then you can do that stuff. But you can't do that stuff and be working like a regular gig, making under the amount of money you should.
But I would say, and by the way, I get it because one, my son's dad was exactly that type of dude. Work out, fucking go to work. Well, he's the very he was a target audience for most of that. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is that when you do that, when you work out, when you focus on yourself, when you work, when you start to read books, when you start to really, and gain success, you start to be a little bit more careful about what you do because you have so much more to lose.
True.
So you do start to be a lot more, you have discernment when it comes to certain things because it's like, I don't want to fuck my whole life up and everything I got going because I want to go out here and just fuck around a bunch of random ass people. So I don't know. I would say it's good advice to take care of yourself and to learn more. And if guys inherently think that just means go do that so you could cheat on everybody, I don't think that's necessarily what it.
You got guys who haven't had this level of access to women in their entire lives. They don't know what it is to have women approach them or have women say yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Most guys spend their lives from puberty to whatever age being rejected or, trying to figure it out or not. Women don't have that issue. Women are sought after from point A to point B. So you approach it different.
Yeah.
Well, by the time a guy gets valuable and gets access, he's at a different age. And now he's living his second childhood. It's basically like, oh, shit. Like a kid in a candy store. Like, wait, they're saying yes to everything. Oh, I'm going to go nuts. Mm-hmm. But they've also been told that if you tell a woman this is what you want, it's the party's over. And it's not always true. Shouldn't be true, but for a lot of them it is.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say I've been that guy. I think I had never been single, finally single. For the first time, I'm single, gay, rich, richer than I've ever been. Not saying I'm the richest person in the world, but I never had the amount of money that I had newly being single. And I got to date and do whatever the fuck I wanted. And I had the, fame or whatever. And no, it is hard. I definitely understand what you're saying as far as like being a man and going through that. But I will say, I mean, from my experience, it gets tiring pretty quickly. Like it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Like you're meeting a bunch of new people, or like you know that maybe she's with you for this or for that, or does she want a meal ticket, or what are you, and who's gonna, it's like it just gets very like empty feeling. And maybe men find it easier because you guys, obviously it's easier for you guys to have sex with women and just like leave than like for women. I feel like for me at least, I'm a little bit more like emotionally attached. So the next thing I know, I'm like, am I going to fall in love with this person or not? If I don't even like them, I've had the tough conversations, be like, hey, listen, you're great, you're very pretty, everything, but like, I don't like feel anything. Like, and that's just being a woman and having empathy for another woman and being like, I have to have this conversation with you. Whereas men will just probably block them or ghost them. I don't know.
If they're pussy stable.
And why is that?
Right, like I don't know what they do. I don't know what dudes do.
I said, why is that?
Why is what?
Why is it that you feel like you can express yourself when it comes to the woman, but not men?
Oh no, I never with men. I'm saying why men can't do it. I don't know why men wouldn't be able to express themselves. This is what I've gathered from
my expert opinion fly. This nigga always
That's
come.
math. Like, what y'all asking? What question y'all asking?
I'll tell you the man's opinion.
That was
crazy. That was a good one.
That was half.
All right, we back.
He's like, we're cutting this whole thing out.
Episode whatever, my expert opinion. What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Mr. MECC, in the building, doing good things. Hit that like, hit that share, let everybody know you ain't here. Don't cost you no paper unless you're the motherfucking hater. Shout out to Math. He's doing things with his kids today. He's in family man mode, but we are still in product mode, so we're going to get this product out to you. Shout out to Math. Shout out to his kids. Shout out to his family. Family first.
Salute, y'all.
On all ends. KO.
Hey.
My former
MECC.
Former Grand Poobah over at the Source magazine, who taught me.
This makes me feel so bossy when you say things like that. I feel so established. Thank you so much. MECC has a.
I'm messing with you.
I'm not your boss, MECC.
I'm totally messing with you. Shout out to Kim OSARIO, one of the best journalists ever. Period.
Oh wow.
We sit there and go through the accolades. We'll be here all day. Gat Murder.
Gat Taylor.
Gat Taylor.
Hey yo,
we're respecting.
Y'all see what's going on right now? I'm turning the fuck up. Go check out that Cold as Ice video with me and Matt. It's going crazy. Just dropped a new video, So What, with my man KK, shot by KK.
47.
Go run that up. I'm back outside. Yes, Gat Taylor, man. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be in a room full of great positive energy. I'm just happy.
Yeah,
shout to everybody on YouTube doing their thing too.
Gat made that happen. Let's hold on, because I gotta give him his flowers like he's not standing here. Gat made a bunch of phone calls to a bunch of people and squashed a bunch of beefs as only he can. He was the only person who could do it.
Big
and he
Brooklyn.
did it. And he got all that round of applause one time. Yeah. Just for that.
Yeah.
Just for that.
Keep the positive energy going, you guys.
Gat the peacemaker.
That was dope.
Yes.
If I didn't, I wanted to tell you to your face. That was
dope. Shout to everybody on YouTube doing their numbers. We accept everybody's apology. We apologize for whatever y'all feel we said to y'all niggas. You know how we rockin' though. Big Brooklyn all day. Love is love. Spread love, man.
Got guys on YouTube talking about I had a long conversation. We got 2 hours, and I just want to apologize. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
That's right.
Shout out to Gap pulling that off. Spin Doctor, Spinoza.
What's going on, y'all?
Tramell.
Gat Taylor, Tramell.
Right.
You know, we keeping it professional.
Keeping it professional.
Spinoza is still around somewhere because Gat know I got more better bars than him. We ain't gonna talk about that. No. We ain't gonna talk about that.
My boy don't want to rap no more. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to get him out of, you know what I mean? Just like I be trying to get MECC back outside too. But yeah, man, let's
We probably got to do something one day.
Yeah, let's do it, son.
All right, don't threaten with a good time now. Come on, fellas.
What happened?
Y'all see what I'm doing.
Well, you said let's get it popping, including you.
I didn't include.
Oh, see, look, there you go. Right?
Okay.
You come out of retirement, I come out of retirement.
I'm not retired. I'm on hiatus.
Okay.
Whatever you want to call it.
It's coming back.
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever that shit is.
Whatever you want to call it.
Hey, what up?
I'm chilling, man. How you, man?
One
How
of
everybody?
Harlem's livest in the building with us.
Shout out to Money Dreams. I know what it is now.
This man comes in the building wearing his own sneakers.
Period.
His own sneakers.
That's what's
I
up.
don't mean he brought them. I mean those are his own
Shout out to my
sneakers.
partner Dollar, man. Put in that work.
Yo, Dollar, what's up, man? Hey,
where's mine?
Yo.
Shout out to the crew. Shout out to the crew.
Shout out to my man Ken in the building.
Shout out to the crew. And with us, we already into the conversation, but I don't want to disrespect this very specific guest by not giving her an intro. My wallet just fell because her pockets are heavy.
I'm dead.
That's exactly why that happened. Very rarely do we get 0 to 100 stories in here. 9 times out of 10, you get to hear about all the sexy jobs and all the sexy parts, and the whole thing just looks super sexy. But we have somebody who not only documented the 0 from 100, not only documented the struggles, the hard times, in between times, but also let the world see that she documented. And now she's sitting on top. The world is a cushion. And she's nice enough to come sit in here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Snow the Product.
Snow the Product. Snow the Product.
Appreciate you. What a nice intro.
Do what I can for the people.
Thank you.
He said the world is her cushion. That was
The
poetic.
world is her cushion.
Not bad, right?
That was poetic.
Not bad, right?
If we ever get into an argument anywhere, like I'm just like, didn't you hear him? The world is my cushion.
Now, it should be said. I like, you have one of those stories where it's not just I was always on, I was always popping, I was always dope. You've been kind enough to show the world that it's not easy. I'm not always comfortable. I'm successful, but I'm not always comfortable. It's not always cool. It doesn't always go smooth. And here's all the bumps in the road along the way. In between those shows where you see me house and shit, there's also these between moments. Like you had one fan. The fan says, I just want to kick it backstage with Snow and party backstage with it. And then it says me backstage, and you're literally by yourself
Eating ramen.
eating ramen out of just spoon and noodles, quiet as shit.
Yeah.
And that, if people didn't know any better, they would think that's like a brief moment. But that's actually that happens more often than they think.
Yeah.
On purpose.
On purpose. Yeah. You know, being an artist and living like the type of life, like when you're actually touring, you know what I mean? Like it's not just like, oh, I go and rap every once in a while in the studio. Like, no, like the harder parts are very overstimulating and they're difficult. And a lot of times you need to decompress and you need to unplug. If you don't, you're going to lose your fucking mind or you're going to become a drug addict. Like, that's it. Like, it's a lot for a human being to take. And, you know, I don't know, try to be as responsible as I can. Obviously, I party and I drink and I, you know, turn up, but just trying to be a little responsible. Drink my water.
You're also a parent. Like,
yeah.
You got somebody to come home to.
Yeah, exactly. I co-parent very well with my son's grandma, and it goes great.
Son's grandma.
No, I'm saying like with his, because my ex, kind of his mom helps him with the baby more.
Got it. Okay.
But also my kid at this point is grown. Like he be thinking I try to hang out with him. I go in his room like, what's up? He's like, what's up? I'm like, want to hang out with me? He's like, yeah, a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool.
How old is
just
he
like
now?
outside, 14.
14. Oh,
big boy.
He plays football. He got his friends. He's the cool guy, you know. I'm just
4
his
more
mom.
years, he a grown man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I keep telling him. I'm like, you got 4 years. You need to make sure you have you're responsible, accountable, character, you know, good everything. Like I just
You
want
a
to make
kid
sure I
for
raise.
a certain period of time.
you
Then
about to
you a
start
grown
pulling
man
away.
for the rest of your life.
Hell nah. Don't say that.
He's about to start pulling away.
Don't say
14.
Oh.
You're already the cool guy.
Why are you doing that?
Right. I'm
Why
like,
you
you want me to
doing-
cry?
I'm just saying. I keep you on your toes, man.
They do.
You
No,
know,
my
it's-
son,
Oh,
my brother is like, I help obviously raise my brother. I'm the older sister of both of us. And yeah, around that age, he pulled away. He didn't really talk so much, whatever. But eventually we got it back and we've worked together. You remember, we've worked together my whole career.
He shoots your video, but your whole operation is like family art.
It's all family. Yeah. family and friends.
Is there a job there for your son if he wanted to?
Absolutely. But he needs to be able to like stick with things. And that's where we're at right now. I'm teaching him to like, you know, if you give your word, you need to follow through and
responsibilities.
You know, yeah, responsibility.
Is he taking interest already?
But the problem is he did get popularity like on social media and he like chose to step away from it. He's taking a social media break because he doesn't like, so my like fans' daughters have now made him be like, I don't know, their crush. So like I'll be scrolling and like I'll just see like my husband and it's a picture of my son. And it's got like hundreds of thousands of views. Like one of his videos got 23 million views. Like what was it, a couple days ago, literally somebody searched and was like, there was a video of my son and it says, Baby Drew's mom. And it was a video of me. And I'm just like, I just became Baby Drew's mom. Wow. Like it wasn't Snow the Product and her son. It's Baby Drew and his mom.
I was on TikTok.
I was like, period. I was like, okay. But that's what's crazy is like, he doesn't love it, you know? So that's a new thing. Because it's like most kids nowadays like would love clout. And he's like,
adults
I'm cool.
love clout.
Right. Grown ass people will like chase me down for a shout out. My son is like, I don't want to be on social media or your social media. I'm like, wow, okay. It's new for me. Like, I'm respecting it, but I'm also just like, this is cool to watch, I guess.
I don't know what it is. I can't imagine what it is to have a mother, not just a parent, but a mom with like wild notoriety.
Well, I was about to ask you, what was that like? Like, when was that first moment when he realized my mommy is Snow the Product?
I think with me, it's been so gradual though. Like I'm not super famous. I'm not like somebody who like shot up to stardom, you know? Like I kind of have been so gradual that to him, it's just been something he's used to slowly. And he's also seen the struggle. Like he used to go on tour with me in a van, you know, or like I'd have him in like the shitty hotels with me. Like, and people would be like, why am I not after partying? They thought I was stuck up, but really I'm like, I have to go to the room and be with my son, you know, and just like, so I think it was just also gradual to him that he also probably has a very particular perspective of what this shit even is. You know what I mean? To him, I don't know, like, I would like to one day have a conversation with him when he's done with his social media hiatus. We can maybe book him. He can pencil me in for an interview and I could have him on my podcast.
Nah, I really feel like today kids are more sure about themselves than ever. Like when it comes to stuff like that. Like they just know, I want to do this, I want to do this. And they do that. They stick there and they're okay with that.
Yeah. I think he wants to do his own thing and I'm proud of that. And I think I'm doing a good job as a mom that he's not some like fame hungry little monster. He's just trying to play football and be a kid and vibe out. Only thing I want is for him to do more chores, you know, follow through. That's about it.
That's normal. Let me ask you a question. Snow the Product, the name.
Yeah.
Where did it come from? Sound like some drugs.
It sounds like it. Originally, it was just from Snow White, literally.
Snow White?
Like, yeah, I was like 15 with my friend. And
I was not see
Snow White.
Yeah, it was just
not see that one coming.
Yeah, and then my friend was like, my friend wanted to like help manage me, so she was like, "You'll be like the product, you know, like sell you. Like you can't sell yourself. Like I'll sell you. Like I'll, you know, go." So it was Snow White, the product. But then the whole Disney thing, and you know, at 19, I started researching like trademark law and everything, and figuring it all out. And Disney was kind of like, nah. So then I just Snow the Product, and I liked a three word name because it was easier to Google. In my mind, I was like, you know, I could have just kept it Snow, but like it was just a lot of other Snows. So I was like, Snow the Product makes sense.
That's why they thought you were white.
Yeah.
Snow White, the product? That's why they thought you were white.
Yeah. Or also because the biggest headline on a video that went viral was this white girl can spit or can rap or whatever the fuck they said. But Snow the Product was a cool name. Because it also is like, I knew I was a product. Like I knew the rap version of me was a product. I was a person. I had a child. I was married. I had a house in Texas. Like being a homeowner, early 20s, and that's pre, you know, deal meant I was a grown-ass person in my mind, you know. I was just normal. Still am.
Well, your normal is different. Your normal is not somebody else's regular normal, which leads me to like my next question. I think one of the reasons why your fans love you so much is because you let them. because you've let them into your world so much. You
Yeah.
don't. It's hard to see where your privacy line is.
I'm dead.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
It's like I wouldn't know. If I'm your fan, I feel like I really know you.
Yeah.
You tell a
Very
lot of your personal life. Your family is all over your gram. Your mother's over here. Your lady's over here. Your brother's right here.
Mhm.
Do you ever, like, I'm going to be a product, I'm going to sell. Is there a line anymore between?
Yeah,
who
very
you
much
are?
so. Yeah, I don't put any issues that I have with my family out or like my current relationship out. I don't do any
Okay.
of that, you know. I've also even kept a lot even about past situations where like maybe somebody might talk hella shit about me and I don't ever really fully speak too many things because sometimes I'll be like some things could just, like I said, you know, with the label that kind of fucked me over, like sometimes you need to focus more on moving forward than fighting anything from the past or putting out any problems. So yeah, what you see seems to be my private life, but my private life has ups and downs. What you see is the moments I want to show you of my private life. Day has 24 hours. If I go live for 2 of them, you saw what my live stream was in front of that 2-dimensional little situation, but you don't know what the hell else is going on. And you also don't know what I live besides the posts that I make, which are obviously carefully curated. And it is a little bit of my life, but you know, it's like, for example, I have chickens, I have goats. I don't continuously tell people like, you know, what really happens in a ranch when you gotta guard your animals from coyotes and, you know, there might be vermin and there's, you know what I mean? Like you gotta fucking deal with plants or the ugly parts of it. Like you just see the cute little plants and the butterflies and the nice shit.
So I think that's part of it. You're curating. It doesn't look like you're curating. You're curating to the point where it doesn't look like you're curating. It just really looks like random life.
Well, they say really private people make it seem like you know them very well, but you still have yourself. There's things that I really care about for myself only. You know, I want certain things to be just for me. And like I said, I like my son. One of the best things about my fucking entire life and everything that I've ever done is like everything related to my son. And if he goes, I don't want to be on social media, then boom. You're going to still see him around, but you're not really going to see him be the center of attention because he decided that.
You parents, boy.
But you definitely share enough on your platform to make someone feel like they actually know you. Because I went through your brand and you have a personality.
Thank you.
Like right now, like what is your brand focus right now?
Brand or brain?
Your brand.
Oh, brand focus?
I see you on podcasts. I see you all over. You do everywhere.
Okay,
I think I'm just vibing.
Focus?
None. That's why I have ADHD as fuck. I'm neurodivergent as hell. Like I don't fucking know. Yeah, no. I think I threw away the concept that everyone's obsessed with, which is, you know, like the marketing and the this and the that. And I'm really just living. Like I said, like, you know, I'm doing this. I had told you on tour that I was going to see you again. So when, you know, she was saying, oh, maybe, you know, can we go to New York to, you know, for the baptism? I was like, sure, let's go. I had already told you that I was going to do the interview. So I'm like, boom, I pop up. Like, I don't know. I'm living. Yeah, like I'm a person of my word. I'm living, I'm vibing. I make sure that people in my life experience a good life, and I care a lot about my work to life ratio. So I'm vibing. If it lines up, then I assume the universe wants me to do it. If it doesn't, I'll do it later.
Are you as successful as you'd like to be?
I think that's something that I struggle with every day. And that's not even coming from what I want to be a more famous rapper. I think it comes more from, do I want more or am I grateful for what I have? And I think it's always constantly both. You know, like it's like I'm grateful for what I have. You know, I very much give myself reality checks. I'm very in touch with a lot of different people that I know what their life is like. I know what my life is like. I'm very aware that I'm blessed. At the same time, I think the main thing that keeps me happy and keeps me focused is that I always want more. I've never stopped wanting more, you know, but I'm not desperate for more, and I'm not, I'm like, I'm hungry for more, but I'm not fucking desperate. So I'm not making decisions out of like need. I'm like, I want to attract and align, and if it does, cool, and if it doesn't, then I'll figure it out. But it's more of a game, you know? It's like, I want to win constantly, And you could do that in many ways. I could fucking, you know, buy a property and get money, or I could do this, or I could do that. I think the freedom that I have now, thank God, is because of all the sacrifices I've made throughout my life. But I know that there will be more sacrifices and more things that I have to do. You know, I'm not dead. I want to keep making money.
What's been the biggest sacrifice so far?
I think time with my family. I think some of my privacy. And I think one of the biggest things is that when you have followers or commenters or people, you know, I think it becomes something that people can easily weaponize against you. I think that if you're the more successful one out of two people arguing, people will always villainize you and make you be the bad guy because you got shit and they, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's just like the fact that the more I work for, the more I sacrifice for, the more I gain, the easier it is to make me seem like a bad person is sad. Because genuinely, like, I think I've always enjoyed being like a soft, emotional person. And the world made me hard for a while. And I'm glad that I'm finally going back to who I really am. But unfortunately, like, I'm very aware of why the world will do that to you. And it sucks. What's one of your biggest regrets being in the industry? Not listening to Dove. Nah.
That's most of you motherfuckers.
Right. No, I think not having boundaries. I think a lot of times we get into this shit, whether anything you do that is in this industry, right? Any fucking job you have. I think if you're holding on to your past traumas and struggles and everything, you're gonna make decisions based on that. You're not educated enough to make better decisions. So you're making decisions sometimes holding on to shit that like shouldn't even be affecting you anymore. So if you took the time to like get rid of that, or like, you know, go to whether therapy or books or YouTube, nowadays even TikToks, there's like so much self-help out there. Look up the hashtag and you'll find something, you know. But I think I would have made better decisions. I would have had better discernment. I would have not let certain people get near me. I think I was in rooms that I should have never even been in. And I should have gone into other rooms that I should have been in that maybe I didn't walk into because people that were in these rooms were telling me not to go there because they're the bad guy. So, you know, you sit there and you have enough people in your fucking ear, you lose who the fuck you even are. And a lot of times when you're really young and you're in this shit, you don't even know who you are yet. So now people are telling you who you are and you're believing them. Come to find out a few years later, you're like, I wasn't even like, what the fuck? Like, I shouldn't. But, you know, a lot of us have, hip hop started from coming up out of nothing, right? And that's why a lot of times we've suffered from that because we didn't get raised with business savvy shit. We got just get the fuck out of where we're from and do something for your family. And that's it. And people take advantage of that. Somebody with a lot of money can take advantage of little poor, hungry kids that just want to do better. And it's unfortunate. And it's a sad fucking story, you know? But if I sat there and cried about my whole life, I wouldn't be going where I'm going. So I don't know, you just keep going. How do you feel when you see like females in the industry going back and forth with each other? Like the Megan Thee Stallions, Nicki Minaj's, like, how do you feel when you see stuff like that as a female artist? I think that's more like a regular, like, human thing. I think it makes me sad that women, like I said, people do pin women against each other. Like, that's people's favorite thing to fucking do. People want to see a cat fight. People want to see people argue, fight, you know, battle, whatever. And there's certain things that people will make women do that they wouldn't do to men, or, you know, or like they wouldn't do it as disrespectfully. So,
for instance,
that I think there's not that much of a catty situation where like somebody may say something in general and somebody's like, oh, she said that about this. Oh, did you hear? And then it's just fan bases start going against each other and they start nitpicking and taking things apart and whatever. And it's just like, damn, it's unfortunate. Like,
Did you ever
let women be rich.
Hold on, let me ask a question. Do you feel overall, it's kind of like piggyback off of this. Do you feel overall women in hip hop have been supportive of you?
I mean, I don't think they have to. I don't think it's their homework. You know what I mean? Like, I think whoever wants to support me can support me, and I don't think a lot of people have, but I don't think that's gender specific. I think there's plenty of people that know me, see me. Anytime they see me, they shake my hand. They tell me I'm one of the hardest rappers, and then they continue to never say that publicly. And that's fine. That's not their job.
Which is interesting.
They're not my publicists.
I know it's not a gender-specific thing. Like, I totally get you on that, right? Yeah. But I do want to know, especially in 2024, when all we see, or at least on a larger scale, is a lot of camaraderie amongst female rappers.
Yeah.
Right? So you don't feel like you've gotten that?
I mean, in the same way that I haven't gotten it sometimes from Mexicans, you know what I mean? It's like it's the same thing. It's like, yeah, of course, if I'm a woman, I would like more support from women. If I'm Mexican, I would like more support from other peers that are Mexican. If I'm Latina, I would like that from Latinos. Like, yeah, like of course you would want that, but at the same time, I can't sit around and think, why isn't this or why isn't that? Like if I did that, then I would, one, be miserable, two, just be looking for validation from people that don't owe me shit, and three, wouldn't be focusing on where I need to fucking go. Right. You know what I mean? Like I need to, if I wake up in the morning and I'm like, why isn't this person, then I'm not fucking promoting the 33 city tour that I just fucking did, or I'm not, you know, looking at my emails, checking any deals that are in there, you know, like I need to focus on whatever the hell is at hand. And also, I am trying to buy a horse right now. So we're
going to get to the ranch, because I wanted to get to the ranch when you first mentioned it. I had a bunch of questions about the ranch and the vermin and all of that. But since we're still on women in hip hop, I guess my follow-up question to that would be like, you know, because we are in this state right now where there's like this championing of women in hip hop, right? And so I just wonder, right, like what is it going to take for you to feel like that? I know you're not looking for it.
Yeah.
Right? But it would be nice.
Yeah. When you say I'm not looking for it, it's literally almost even a defense mechanism where it's like, I'm not looking for it because I know I'm not going to get it. So why look for something I'm not going to get?
So
why
no
won't
woman
you get
ever reached
like,
out to you? I'm sorry, Kim. No.
No, I think there has been things, and you know, but there's a big difference between conversations that happen and actually making things happen. And I know what it's like to be an artist. If you wanted to, you would. So to me, it's like I'm open. You know, I have my podcast, and I feel like through my podcast, I've been able to kind of more talk to more people and talk to more women and independent women, and not necessarily even rappers, like sometimes singers, like anybody. Like I like having conversations, and at this point in my life, like I rap. I feel like I did what I needed to do and I made my dreams come true. Everything else is kind of icing on the cake. So it's like I rap. I'm good at rapping. I'm good at making, you know, the music that for my fan base and for me to be happy.
Right.
I can't tell you that I genuinely like need to go any bigger because it kind of sucks, you know? Like, sorry, to go any bigger, you have to get involved with a label. To get with a label means things change. I don't want my day-to-day life changing. I like being able to just make a song and upload it 3 days later, and if it playlists, it playlists. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I still have millions of monthly listeners. I still, you know, even if on YouTube maybe videos don't do as well as they fucking used to, you have to keep some sort of sense in reality of like, yo, I have more than enough than I would have ever thought I would have gotten. As a Mexican rapper, as a daughter of immigrants, Mexican rapper, by the way, I'm not a pop singer. I got signed at Atlantic on pop. I was never a pop artist. I was a rapper. They signed me as pop because I wasn't black, so they were just like, all right, we're gonna make you a pop singer. Bitch, I wasn't a fucking pop singer. Like I was a rapper. So rap at Atlantic couldn't touch me. Urban couldn't do anything. Pop didn't know what to do with me. I did better than what I would have ever fucking thought. Now.
So if things were different, right? And you had your pick of a dream collab with all women, you and 4 or 5 other women, who would it be?
Shit, all of them. I mean, Kehlani and I have similar stuff. Cardi, I've always been a fan of her since back in her fucking, you know, before the deal and everything. I think she's hilarious. Who else? Doja's amazing. I think she's one of the most talented artists ever.
Right.
She did shout me out once. Like, I don't know. But Missy is my fucking all-time favorite, producer. I love Brat. By the way, I'm already going over, but I literally have great things to say about all the women that I have looked up to because I have. Like, I really come from, even like Lil' Kim. Like, I feel like people would think because my music wasn't very sexualized that like I wouldn't. Bro, Hardcore was one of the first albums that I would constantly listen to back to back. Mind you, some of the words were a little crazy for me to play around my parents, but they didn't speak English, so it didn't matter. But yeah, like.
Did the labels ever try to sexualize you with that? Like, cause you dress baggy and everything, so they would try to tell you like, you know, tight jeans and short shirt.
I don't think they ever like did it specifically. I think it would always come from some roundabout way from some product manager or some random person that would be like, well, you know, if you know, it's not really hitting, it's not connecting because of this. Maybe if you were to this, or they'll book a stylist, the stylist shows up with only nothing but this, and now I'm uncomfortable. People, I also didn't know how uncomfortable I would get, how much, you know, how insecure I was, how so many things affect you when you're in those situations. That now I'm crying in the bathroom, you know, I don't like my makeup, I don't like what they're putting on me, and I'm like, I'm uncomfortable, and now it shows on camera, and it's just, I cringe every time I see a video, you know? So it's like, these are things that it's like, people don't talk to you. So that's why I said, if you check on your mental health before you get into this career, you'll probably do a lot fucking better. Because it was a mess. I'm glad I didn't ever blow up back then, because I would have probably killed myself, to be honest. I couldn't take the hate. I couldn't take the majority of things that come with the fame. So I think God knew what he was doing by me slowly doing it. It was an easy way for me to make better money than I was getting fame, and for me, that's better.
That kind of piggybacks off another question I was thinking about asking, which is, are you as famous as you'd like to be? A lot of the things that we're talking about come
I
with
don't
fame.
need to be more famous.
The shout outs.
I'm like, I don't need to be.
I mean,
the shout outs, the collabs with other women, like people wanting to shout you out. They do that when there's something to gain 9 times out of 10. And if you're more famous than them, then shouting you out, or you're as famous than them, then shouting you out gets them something, there's gain from it. But if you're like a couple of tiers beneath them, then they almost feel like they're doing you a favor, so they won't shout you out.
This goes back to the conversation we was having in the shop the other day about independent and being signed to a label. And it seemed like she's very comfortable in the independent space. Would you ever want to sign to a major label again?
No, I tell them no all the time. Like I constantly, like, think about, like, if I go to business, like little, you know, get-togethers or mixers or whatever, people are like, so can I set you up? Can I set up a meeting? Can I this? Can I that? Or they want to set you up a call just because they want to give you a 3-way call. All of a sudden they want to be the person who brought you to a label. I'm like, dude, I can bring myself to a label. Like, I'm fine. But I
what's
don't want
the no for you though? Why not? Why absolutely not?
Why yes?
I mean,
Why
that's the
yes?
conversation we was having the other day.
No, why yes?
That's
Because
it.
nobody guarantees you anything.
That's true.
I don't want an advance because I don't want to owe you shit. I have very good credit, and any bank will give me whatever amount of money I want. So what the fuck exactly? Because they don't guarantee you playlists. And to be honest, that's the main thing that anybody should be able to guarantee you at least. So they're like, we can pitch you and you could potentially maybe get on a playlist. Yeah, but I'm not potentially giving you music. I'm giving you actual tangible fucking music. Copyright. Like, there is plenty ways to make money off music, but I'm supposed to just get sold a dream that you are potentially, maybe there's a chance. I'm good, please. The day that a label goes, I have XYZ for you, absolutely, then I'll be like, let's talk about it. But then that's a real business model. That is a real situation. That's a real partnership. But they don't have that. They just have middlemen and A&Rs and, you know, interns and random people. Atlantic didn't fuck me over. I feel like Atlantic gave me an opportunity and it was great. The middlemen and the interns and the people's egos and the pride and the A&Rs that didn't want another A&R to do this because they want to break me, but they don't want this guy to touch me because then he's going to be getting credit for breaking me. All that shit, that's what fucked my shit up.
The bureaucracy of it all.
Absolutely. And me being so, like, insecure and just being like, okay, like, I was just so, like, okay, whatever y'all want. Because I was so scared to be a bitch. I was scared to be difficult to deal with. I was scared of
walking on eggshells.
Yeah, I wanted to just be, like, at least good enough to be in the room.
Well, I would say
and
you wouldn't
I
feel
didn't
like
know I already was.
you wouldn't feel like that if you was a male artist, because it seemed like they would
I don't know.
identify.
There might be some men that feel like that too.
No, she would. We had Eminem's guy. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you know,
from Philly. No, from Philly.
She don't want nothing to do with Detroit.
Joyner Lucas sat in that chair and told almost an identical story.
Joyner Lucas got signed after me by the guy that literally sat in my studio session telling me to dumb down my lyrics and slow down while asking my homeboys, hey, who do you guys know that would be a fast, good rapper that could go up against, like, a Kendrick Lamar? Had me in the studio dumbing down my lyrics. I was going from rapping how I did to a very slowed down whatever he was asking me for while simultaneously. That day, I swear to you, that day I literally looked at him and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Still to this day, we'll have that conversation with him because I'm like, bruh. But yeah, and then he went and signed Jordan Lucas. They did amazing things. Jordan Lucas is a very talented artist, and he's
super talented.
the right choice. But I'm just saying, it wasn't just Joyner. You had me in the studio prior, and you were telling me to dumb down. I wonder why.
That's a great question. I don't have an answer for that. Whatever.
Craig Kalman didn't do me wrong. He fucking gave me plenty of money. Julie Greenwald fucking told me what she wanted me to do, and what gave me, the people that were in those positions thought that the people that were under them were doing their job, but the people that were under them had whatever the fuck they had going on that didn't make them see what I was. But they should have just, if you got the ball and you don't know what to do with it, you should pass it.
That's ego will stop them from doing that.
And you explained that quite well with this one going against this one, and
there's it's not just clout chasing when you're an artist. There's also clout chasing when you're in an executive seat, or you're like any kind of artist adjacent chair. There's all kinds of clout chasing. People want recognition for X, Y, Z, A, B, and C. The problem is somebody's career is what's on the table while you're chasing your ego. There's legit somebody who has a living to make, has kids to take care of, has a mom to take care of, has a mortgage to pay. And while you sitting here playing ego games because you want to be crowned whatever, there's somebody who's suffering. There's a whole career that's taking an L because you need your name in lights. And that's where it gets corny. That's like super lame. But that's behind the scenes all the time.
It's sad. And that happens with managers. That happens with a bunch of different people in the industry. And it happens even now. Like, I had a manager sign me and then not know what the fuck to do. Just whatever. Just focus on going and getting more. We would go out to mixers or whatever. He was more worried about signing another act and another act. There's people that are more worried about acquiring, right? And that happens in business too. Like, people get worried about acquiring more businesses. How can I get more? How can I get more? And you don't take care of what you got right here. So eventually I fired him and was just like, yo, this is it. I don't really feel like this. He's like, well, I'm sorry, they can't. He was like, you get a lot of artists and stuff and they can't all be home runs. I'm like, well, I'm sorry that I was a fucking foul ball, because what the fuck? To this day, we still, here and there see each other, but it's unfortunate because we could have done great things, but whatever.
Well, when the business doesn't align, if he had an idea for you to do this and your idea was to do,
he didn't have an idea for me to do anything. He was only worried about acquiring a male version of me. It's always kind of been that. It's always kind of been like, I'm a really good rapper, but they want the male version of me. Always. Which is great.
Why do you think that is?
They're men and they are very big fans of other men.
But do you think that the industry do you think that the industry tries to make one type of woman or push one image of women?
Look, I think femininity is beautiful, the reason that I'm attracted to it. So I can see why the industry would like women in that. I can also see why when there is a more masculine dressing woman, they want her to be ultimately masculine, then they only want one at a time.
Right.
I feel like there's always kind of just one more masculine dressing woman at a time. And with women that are more feminine, I think, there's more room to maybe, and that's good. I just think, I wish that there would be a little bit more, diversity among women. And also a little bit more respect for women that maybe dress more like me.
Or maybe just
we're not
respect
guys.
them for their talent.
Yeah.
Right. So this is obviously a conversation that's been going on for 30 years in hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's a good one. I want to hear more from you, but I almost feel like we're dancing around it. We know what it is.
Yeah.
We know what it is. We know what the industry looks for in women.
This is an argument never for us to say it, right? Because it's if me and you have a whole conversation right now about everything that's wrong with the industry that's against women, but we're women, everyone in this room is just going to chalk it up to the fact that we're women complaining about how hard we have it. So I can't say it. I can't tell you I'm the best fucking rapper because the internet's going to say, oh, she's a fucking this or that. I can't say any of that shit. It's up to other people to fucking say it.
Okay, well, let me say it.
You can.
Because I can say it.
You can.
I say it all the time.
100% vehemently disagree.
Damn.
I could not disagree.
He wants to argue for the rest of the day.
Yeah. She's gonna call me sassy when I win.
I don't have to. She did. Like I said.
You're gonna call me sassy when I win. No,
No.
I completely disagree with you for all the right reasons. I think you're telling the truth.
Mhm.
I don't think you're making anything up. But I think somebody has to put a line in the sand and say something. I think somebody's always got to be the first, right? And I think 9 times out of 10, like we were talking about a second ago, your careers like yours, suffer not because of lack of talent, which is the only reason why a career should ever suffer is because somebody doesn't have talent. I don't think talent is an issue. I think there are bad executives. And I think we overlook bad executives when they do anything other than jerk you on paperwork. I think
but they're all getting
so
fired.
many different ways to be a bad executive. You can lack imagination. Look at what she ended up doing on her own with her own vision. If somebody would have had the imagination, if somebody would have had the vision, or at least have the imagination to see her vision. Maybe it's not yours. Maybe it's not the picture, the thing that you know works, right? Which is all the executives want because they don't want to get fired. They don't want to bring something to the table that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So your guy who's manager is always going to be looking for the next thing because he has all these thoughts in his head that go the other way. She's a woman. What if she gets pregnant again? She might want to stop. She might want to back off. Women are expensive. Maybe that's, I got to find a guy. And I got to hurry up before something happens on this end. Bad executive. Because if you talk to her and saw how stable she was and saw all the things that she had in place and all the vision she had to take her career, you'd feel that much more secure about, I can
But it's
really
because I'm a woman.
rock.
It's because I'm a woman. I was on a fucking. I don't want to talk about this because then it's gonna fucking make me cry. But I was on a what was it? What is that shit called? One of them panels. I was on a panel.
Okay.
For like Revolt or something,
Mhm.
and it was literally about Latinos, and I'm sitting there and we're talking about. They're asking all the guys questions. The guys are ha whatever. They're answering all their shit. They literally only asked me 2 questions. Both questions that they asked me were interrupted by men. Who's interrupting me and telling me about myself? Fat Joe stops me and goes, no, let me tell you, when Mexicans get a male rapper that goes hard, that blah, 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 y'all are going to take over, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows that it's going to be a man, especially in cultures like Latin cultures or like Mexicans where it's like they need a man. It's not going to be me. It was never going to be me. It's like that sound on fucking TikTok.
Did you get the recognition that you're supposed to get for them?
She was on
I
the
don't
panel,
think-
but not the respect.
No, I'm talking about from the Mexican community.
I think
The Latin community.
I think that's something that's like, again, up in the air. But unfortunately, I think in our people, they don't even they would probably need me to not be around anymore for me to get the respect that I'm probably gonna end up getting. And I figured that out a long time ago, which is why I don't look for it. But that's why I don't look for it, because at the same time, it's just kind of like, I get it. It's gonna have to be a man. Like in our culture, the macho thing, I mean, it fucking literally is in Spanish. Macho, machista, that whole shit is they want it to be a man. I get it. Fat Joe wasn't fucking wrong. What did suck was that I only got asked, the questions I got asked, it's like it was a clear example of exactly why a woman can't do what I'm supposed to do, is because they're gonna he he laugh, interrupt me and whatever. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm like, I deserve to be here too as a woman. Like they're asking me a question because I deserve to be on this panel, but they're not gonna listen to me. And it's a panel about Latinos. And it's like, okay, cool. And it was embarrassing, but whatever. I mean, that night I got
When
out.
was that? That's interesting.
No, hold on.
When was that? When was that? I want to know. I just want to know for a time, like how long ago was that?
I don't know, like 4 years ago. It's on the internet. It started making its rounds on TikTok too. And that's also why he did give me his, like, he did apologize and he gave me props. And, you know, he was cool. Like, you know, after, I'm sure that's one of those in the moment thing, but it's just more to see that sometimes just inherently, like, we end up doing what our culture has taught us to do. You know what I mean? It was just like, yeah, I'm sure in hindsight, he's probably like, yeah, that was a little fucked up. Like, maybe we shouldn't have done that. But Nori was there, fucking a bunch of different people. Swift was there, or whatever his name is. Yeah, like, you know, it just sucks. But it's okay.
Y'all are fucking up. It's not okay. Y'all are fucking up. You got a champion right here. You looking every place else for a champion. You got one, and you overlook it and you fucking up. She raps better than most of your favorites. She's making the money. She's on tour, 30 City, killing shit. You have a champ and you're fucking up. You're gonna get some half-ass, low-budget version of her and you're gonna accept him because it's a dude. Meanwhile, one of your best is sitting right here and you're fucking up. You fucked that up. Just remember I told you, fucking up.
Too much cussing, man.
Fucking up.
The whole interview just got. The whole interview
You're gonna get censored the whole episode.
Flag.
Hey, look, I'm sassy. Fuck.
Sassy with the cursing.
Yo, question, right? If music wasn't on the table, wasn't part of your life, like, have you ever seen yourself doing anything else?
Besides farming?
Nope.
Besides farming.
Apparently farming is right there.
Like as a career. Like, because I know...
I wanted to be a social worker when I was in like high school, going into college. I wanted to go into psychology and be a social worker and possibly do some sort of good for humanity.
You do mention mental health and everything on your page and on your podcast. I did see that.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think it's so like tied into all the issues that we're having that it's like all the adults now don't realize we're the adults. We all still think we're the kids. And we look at our parents, but the parents they already did the adult thing and they're just kind of chilling and living unhinged, which is great for them.
Like, okay, well, what are you gonna do? We gave it to you.
We literally, I'll see motherfuckers like even me sometimes. I'll be like, "There's no way I'm the fucking adult," and we are. And we're looking at each other like, "Who the fuck is gonna save this shit?" And literally, we end up doing nothing. So. And I don't even blame people. I think I'm in the place of healing now where it's like, I know where it's coming from. I'm not even sitting around just being like, you're a fucking idiot or you're this or you're that. I'm like, no, I know you're hurt or something that you didn't heal from or you're I know that, a lot of times when you grow up in poverty, I know what we go through. So it's more like just pushing to learn a little bit more about yourself and about what you're going through in mental health, just because it just will improve the world. Right. Whatever we got left, because the robots are coming and everybody's blaming immigrants, but the robots are coming, bitch. Stop blaming immigrants. The robots, nobody's asking the robots if they have a fucking passport.
I want to talk about that.
These motherfuckers are just getting made.
I want to talk about that because you got a song called Immigrants We Get the Job Done. Uh-huh. How you feel about, these political figures attacking migrants and immigrants who's coming across the border right now?
I think when it comes to Trump, I think it's just an easy way.
Low-hanging fruit.
It's low-hanging fruit. It's a way for people to just pit people against each other and be like, oh, see? But nobody's looking at the corporations that are getting literally subsidized and getting a bunch of money. Like billionaires are getting free money from the government and we have to pay for it. But you're looking at fucking Pedro that wants to get a fucking job for a little bit of money in the hot sun. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys know, but like farm workers, the laws with like farm workers and children of farm workers, there's no fucking actual laws protecting any children. There's kids picking your fruits right now, even if you're a vegan, vegetarian, whatever. There's kids picking your fucking fruit in 115-degree weather, barely getting paid any fucking money at all, if anything.
In the United States?
In the United fucking States. In California.
Ill question.
And
that sounds
and
like
it
some
doesn't,
third world shit. That's crazy.
It's in the United States and nobody fucking cares. And guess what? The government will tell you, oh, well, we got to give these tax breaks to those business owners because they're going to be... No, they're not going to pass that shit down. The trickle-down shit don't affect immigrants or people who are even here legally. They don't fucking care. But they want to point the finger at immigrants because it's easier for you to argue with each other or, Black and Mexican, Hispanic, everybody arguing against each other instead of just really looking at who really the problem is.
Yeah, that's pretty much divide and conquer. That's
absolutely. The oldest fucking trick in the book and motherfuckers don't care. Motherfuckers are like, it's immigrants. But guess what? When the robots come, don't tell me. It's going to be too late.
Elon said they less than 30K. They'll do your laundry. They'll mow the lawn for you, everything.
You know
you said your parents still live in Mexico, right?
Yeah. My mom will come into America to work a little bit and then she'll go right back to Mexico. My parents live in Mexico.
You know what irritates me about the whole robot thing?
What?
It's literally robots to do jobs that nobody asked you to make a robot to do the job for. Like if you're a billionaire, like a multi-billionaire, and you're making robots to drive cabs, why? We have cab drivers.
Because they don't give a fuck about us.
No, you gotta understand the labor aspect of it. Health insurance, wages. A robot, they don't have to do that, bro.
Bro. If you're a billionaire, I'll say it to the camera.
Would you think he's going to make a job to replace himself? He's not going to do that.
No,
he's trying to replace us.
I won't even ask him to do that. You know what I would ask a billionaire to do? Cure something.
Because he's gonna make money
Cure
off
something.
of it.
That's how he's probably a billionaire.
Fuck all the robots that drive cabs and do laundry and clean your house. Cure something.
It's gonna look like the Jetsons out here in a minute.
Anything. Hold on.
Billionaires
cure
are not
anything.
You know what?
This man.
AIDS.
You know why they
dementia.
don't? You know why they don't?
They don't want to do that. They
You know
want
why
to
they
keep you
don't?
on medicine.
The fucking clap.
Do you know why they?
cure
Do you know why they
That's
don't?
a business. Why
You know
would
why
you
they
do that?
Yeah.
Their money
That's
is
money.
their money is tied into the
Yeah,
medical
It's a
absolutely.
business.
Right?
You ask me, I'm telling you the answer. The reason why I'm not impressed with any of that shit, yo, bro, we just lost one of the homies. Rest in peace, J Hatch. J Hatch just died from cancer. Cure that. Just put your money towards that. Cure that. My homegirl's mother got dementia. She's helping her mother every day, trying to find a job in between taking care of her mother who's out of her mind with dementia. Cure that. Do that. Put the billions to bro. Male pattern baldness. Cure something. Warts. The clap. Cure the clap. How about the clap?
He take it
Why not the
big.
clap?
He went from male pattern baldness to
This
the
guy's
clap.
really worried about the clap.
They got bodies.
This guy right here.
How long has that shit been around? No cure, no nothing. Like the mumps, the cold, anything. But you spending money to make a robot that's gonna drive a cab. Why?
Because they want to replace normal
And
people.
all I'm saying is that's ass. Like,
But
if you really want
he
to
don't
help
care. He's
society,
gonna take that
Take that
ass
out
to
with the
billion,
robot.
right?
Go argue with the robot.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing now, yelling at the camera. I'm yelling at the robot.
I'm telling you, this gonna look like the
You're gonna buy
Jetsons in a
you're
minute.
gonna buy a robot so you can argue with it all day.
I'm gonna win.
I'm dead.
And he won't call me sassy. He won't call me sassy when I do. Bro, I saw the robot roll out, and all I could think is like, yo, something else.
A robot could kill you and not go to jail.
I was thinking
Yeah,
that
that was
robot
crazy.
could definitely take care of my animals though. I was like, that would be pretty cool. Could you imagine it never? I wouldn't bring it in my house because I feel like something weird is happening
I
with
thought
them.
about iRobot.
But I would just put it
immediately.
outside.
What happened
Because
if
it
I'll have him
looked
live with the
same.
goats.
That is crazy.
How many animals do you have?
A few. I have now one of my goats got killed by a coyote. And
Got killed by what?
a coyote.
Coyote?
And
Okay.
some of my chickens got picked up by a hawk and coyote. And stuff.
Where's your
I was on
farm
tour.
at? Where's your farm at?
LA.
Oh, RFK would have picked it up.
Okay.
Don't start with my boy.
Don't
start my boy.
Man would've got
Man would've got it picked up.
Speaking of RFK, RP to his mother. His mother just passed.
God
away.
bless, God
Wow.
bless. God bless.
God bless. You've been tiptoeing towards political. You've been making a couple of statements that could be deemed political lately.
Always.
I just
The song "Immigrants" was
Nah, was
like 10 years
no,
ago.
yeah, but like we didn't see you on stage.
The song
like,
"Despierta." Yes, you did. You didn't see me because you didn't
I
go to
didn't
my
see you on
shows,
stage.
but everybody did. Everybody
That
else
was a
did.
shot.
Bang, bang.
Despierta literally was in the Oval Office. That was what, like fucking 10 years ago too. Like I'm in an Oval Office talking about, you know, or the song "Snooze" where I'm talking about, you know, what does that say? Biracial, bisexuals or whatever. And I was like, buy organic vegetables from a MECC though. Like I'm really always kind of slipping little words in there, but I don't want politics.
It looks like you're turning it up now, though. It looks like you turning it up.
No, you saw the video about about eating dogs and cats.
Well, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
But I also saw a homeboy with the shirt, the priest with the shirt that homosexuals by LGBT have.
But that's the thing. That's not political. Like if you think about it, I went. My girl had never seen the White House. My mom hadn't either. I literally on tour. We got a rental car. We went over there because I just want to have them have an experience. So we go. I'm there. There's a guy wearing a shirt that says gays are worse than animals and is saying all this stuff and hating on lesbians, whatever. I just filmed his shirt. If you think about it, I didn't really, that's not political and I didn't do very much. But it becomes political because people think that it's political to defend my lifestyle.
Yeah, but you can't.
It's that people think it's
phone out your pocket and record. I mean, you can in that moment to pull your phone out and record and to share.
If somebody was wearing a shirt and you're black and somebody's wearing a shirt saying something racist, you're gonna film it because you're gonna be like, I cannot fucking believe this shit. Same thing. I'm gay. Like
I'm gonna tell you why it's political because when they start creating laws around these certain type of lifestyles, it become political. That's bottom line.
Unfortunately, there's no getting around the fact that people's lifestyles have become politicized.
Yeah.
That's their fault. That's not mine. That's my fucking life.
No, I'm not saying they're right for doing that, but I'm saying it's become an arguing point amongst politicians.
Yeah.
It's been made. It shouldn't be.
What's political for men though? Because I feel like for me, especially as a queer woman, right? If I talk about abortion, all of a sudden that's political. If I talk about queer rights, which is my life, all of a sudden that's political. If I talk about immigrants, which is my parents, all of a sudden that's political. It's like everything is political when it comes to me, when it's really just like my right to live a normal life. If I was a white man, anything they can say is not necessarily political because they're just caring about their own life. But for me, everything around me, it ends up becoming a political statement. Motherfuckers, that's why I said, as a woman, people disrespect me or don't give a fuck about my opinions because everything I say ends up being political. So I lose more followers than I gain daily. Because anything I say is deemed wrong. Think about it.
That's a fact.
I get it.
Weekly. If I was to go into my fucking Instagram right now and see how many followers I lose every fucking week, all the time. And that's just for speaking my mind. And by the way, I'm not even saying being straight is wrong or being a man is wrong. I'm literally saying it's okay to be gay. It's okay to be a woman. It's okay to be the daughter of immigrants or the son of immigrants. What am I really saying that's wrong? I didn't even go and say fuck Donald Trump this year.
This year.
So you control
It's been
your
years.
platform? You control your
It's
Instagram?
been years since I said that.
Yo, man, I'm gonna hit you
platform?
right back. I'm on air, bro.
Yeah.
What's the craziest DM you ever received?
Fellas.
Yo, what's up? It's my man Mano. Mano, say what up to the camera,
For the
Mano.
love of God.
Oh, God.
Period.
That's how
Perfect
it happens in the
example.
Yo,
show.
what's up? My man Mano on the check-in.
Bro, he gotta wait. He gotta
What's
wait.
up?
Snow talking.
What's up? I'm gonna hit you right back, man. All right.
Is he just watching?
Holy shit. Oh,
You got
Yeah,
this.
that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, it's cheap.
You got
We need a
this guy.
5-minute break
Okay.
You got
anyway.
that guy.
You know what? We're
5-minute
gonna take a
break.
5-minute break. Big election year. That's where we left off at. The fact that somebody's lifestyle has now become politicized. Politicians are using these lifestyles as talking points. They're trying to sway voters one way or the other. I don't think we have a rapper. I don't think we have anybody in hip hop who's coming from your perspective specifically.
Yeah.
Who can speak to the issues firsthand the way you do. Everybody has their own gripes. Everybody has their own sides. But immigrants, Mexicans, LGBTQ, I hope I didn't fuck that up.
It's the alphabet
it's
now,
fine.
bro.
I'm trying to fuck that up. But like those are 3 separate issues that you can speak to as one person, which is nuts. Do you feel the need to say something, knowing that you're unique in your stance?
I think whatever I say is just because I feel the need to say it. It's not for politics. It's not for anything. I'm not even telling anybody to vote for this or vote for that. I don't think it makes a difference. Sometimes I think it's 2 wings of the same fucking bird. But at the end of the day, one is worse, obviously, just by the culture. I can't even tell you that I think Trump is so bad based off the fact that he's fucking showing you who he is. He's telling you. There is a history. If you're voting for that and you are watching it, he told you the truth. It's like if somebody's telling you, I'm going to cheat on you and I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to be focused on myself. And you go with that, then that's on you. I don't know. You got to give props for the honesty.
Early in the conversation, you did say that when you was talking about dating, being honest with the person if this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
But now it seems like with politics, you don't agree with it. But
What do you mean? I just said, I guess you got to give him props for the fact that he's telling you what, the sentence was, he's telling you what he's going to do. He's telling you what it is. He is lying about certain things because he's saying I care about you, I care about tax cuts, I care about stuff. And he cares about tax cuts. He's not lying. He's lying by omission because I'm going to give tax cuts to my billionaire friends. I want the border to have a wall. I happen to have construction plugs and probably it's going to benefit some of my buddies. But I'm going to subsidize billionaires. I mean, they all are. It's kind of I don't fucking know. I'm
Sure
buying
do.
land in Mexico.
No, but it's important to spread the awareness, correct?
I think you do know. You just said it.
What?
I think you do know. You do know exactly what's popping.
The Democrats also got some bad shit.
Everybody, I don't think there's such a...
Exactly. That's why I don't think I'm the right person to speak on it right now, because I don't think that the interests of the people that I love and care about are being taken care of by either side.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's disheartening and sad. And I'm very aware that as a human being, you don't live more than 80, 90 years old. So I'm like, whatever time I got left on earth, I also got to just make sure I take care of my fucking people. And if the rest of the fucking country doesn't give a fuck about this shit, then I don't know.
It's refreshing to hear artists talk this type of talk.
Yeah.
Because I think that, like you said, when you speak about social issues or politics, you lose more followers than what you gain.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of artists don't talk about it because they're afraid of what they may lose in return of the realness that they may actually gain. So I think you have a voice. I think that you rap extremely well, especially when you mix between the Spanish and the English. I think that's very dope. I always like that. And sometimes the change starts with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to look at it and be like, well, neither side don't care. You have a voice and a platform to make them care.
Yeah, and I do. But I'm not going to make myself a target and have my son lose his mother because I decided to come out here and want to be the fucking spokesperson for some shit. So I've been quietly, calmly putting it in every fucking lyric, every song, even club songs. When I said I want the privileged life like a fucking white man, but I'm a cute Mexicana with a butter-like tan. When I said that in the middle of a booty-shaking song, I say things to let you know where I stand on a lot of shit. There's social issues in every single song I've been doing, but at the same time, it's like I have to carefully do it because people have pulled up to my house, because people have found my address, because people have threatened my life. So at the same time, I need to remember, and then you get into, people go, well, if you like it so much, if you don't like it here, go back to Mexico. Okay, well, maybe I will. Then they go, well, Mexico politics and whatever. And then you start getting into all that. And they're, again, threatening my life because it can go bad. So I have to do my part, but the same way that motherfuckers will be like, you're just a normal person, you're just a regular citizen. Okay, so I'm just doing my part as a regular, normal person that is a good person. I'm going to speak. I'm going to say, if you want advice, if you want help, I will. But at the same time, I'm not going above and beyond for people who would never even fucking lift a finger for another person.
True. Sad that it's that it comes to that.
It broke my heart. It happened. It's not like this is a new idea. This slowly happened as I was watching and as I've been growing up and as I've been doing things. And every time that I do something, but a lot of our greatest leaders and people who really tried to make a change got murdered by the exact same people that they were defending. So what am I really going to do?
And you have a whole family to take care of.
Right.
Does your fame here affect your family in Mexico? Like, do they feel like they're in danger because of your fame?
I mean, I guess. I don't really talk about it much. But yeah, I can't announce I'm going anywhere, or I can't. Some people I've been very distant from because I don't want them bragging about who I am or what I have, because definitely people can do things or, ask for money. For you? And I know people who have lost family members to that. So personally, actually, so yeah, it's hard, but I don't know.
That's celebrity life, though, isn't it?
But in Mexico, is that you hear about a lot of kidnappings and things out there like that.
Yeah, but you
hear
don't
put
about
no
that
ideas in nobody's head.
Yeah, that. You hear about that in Haiti. You hear celebrity life in general. People with money in general. You hear about people who need to take those kind of precautions. Like security firms aren't security firms for no reason. They have people to protect for very specific reasons. My thing is, you don't look at it from the point of view of losing fans, aka losing revenue, aka losing a livelihood because you're standing up for what you believe to be the right thing.
And not only that, social media will shadow ban you. And I've been. Now not so much because I've kind of found ways to talk about it without it being so direct. But even TikTok, if I go live and I start saying the word lesbian on my live, I'm gonna get blocked. Even if I'm talking about myself, even if I'm saying me as a lesbian, me as queer, me as gay, true. They'll block you. They'll flag you. If I say the word immigrant, they'll flag you. They'll block you. But let Latin heritage or Hispanic heritage come around, they're gonna fucking hit me up and be like, we would like to highlight you. Let it be fucking Pride Month. All of a sudden they're all about gay, but my page has literally gotten deleted or flagged or not been able to go live for saying the exact same words that they claim to support. It's just the world. It sucks.
Did they tell you that? Like, did they come out and say, this is why you got...
You think a corporation is going to go out and tell me, hey, we don't like lesbian word being said?
It's really, it's just, and I'm not doubting you that it happened, but I'm like,
but you're questioning it.
Say it again?
But you're questioning it.
No, I'm not questioning that it happened. I'm like, whenever I hear about stuff like this happening, my whole thing is always find the person responsible and point the finger, name the name. Guru came in here and said that. He was like, no, don't just say they. Name the person's name.
TikTok fired like 30% of their personnel. The people that used to handle like music for TikTok, like even back in the day, they would have like regions. They would have like Latin artists in TikTok, blah, blah, blah. Now everybody's just moved around. Now there's one general person that helps everybody. They kind of give you a whole loop-de-loop wrap around, whatever. I was lucky enough to get my page back every time and explain to them and have people like kind of, but that's it. Like, I don't know.
I always want to know who made the decision. Like, who's the person in charge who said, this is what we're doing? Like,
robots, it's AI.
That shit sucks.
They filter it. The moment you start saying the word lesbian, it's easier for them to just filter certain words and block lives than it is for them to have to like have people specifically watching things.
Somebody programmed the filter. I would like that's the person responsible.
Well, probably the people responsible is homophobic people who made it like easier to block the word than to go around stopping all the people that are fucking saying it. You know, if somebody's dropping slur words for queer people or for, you know, anybody else, people of color, I'm sure TikTok just goes, if I hear this word, boom, it's bad.
Right.
But at the same time, they that's what I'm saying back to the fucking robots and AI. It's so much easier for people to just be like, oh, AI and robots and whatever, but that we're losing the human touch. And the humans, I mean, you know, as flawed as we fucking are, I would like to think what we had was empathy or like context or something. But we're also losing that too. So at the end of the day, I don't know, maybe let the robots win.
Today is crazy.
That's a fact.
Today is crazy, boy.
But like I said, Elon Musk isn't going to create a robot with his same shit. He's not going to create a robot that takes billionaires' jobs. He's going to create a robot that does all the remedial jobs, all the shit right before. He's going to create robots the same way that the government created everybody, all of us, to be workers, working class, just do the jobs that we supposed to do. Work, go back home. That's the type of robot he's creating. He's not going to...
Robot ain't going home. That shit going to sit right there.
Yeah, but there's so many people I find who literally want to work and go home. They just want to be left alone in between point A and point B. They want to work, raise a family, go on vacation, drive a car, eat when they want to eat. A lot of people just want to be left alone. There are a lot of people who just have what we would deem normal ambitions. And they're not allowed to do that.
Right.
It's fucked up when you work a regular 9-to-5 job and you can't afford rent. But you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing. You can't afford rent. You and your wife both working, can't afford rent. Health, child care is out the fucking window. Can't do that. Your grandparent passed away, can't do that. This money is got to be paid to take care of your kid. Your job's not providing that. So now what happens? Like, there's so many people I find who don't have exorbitant ambitions to be like...
those people grow frustrated of, this is all I want. I just want a regular life. I want to work my hours. I want to go home. And they're frustrated, right? So when you're frustrated about that and you're trying to find a place to fucking point the blame and somebody tells you, oh, it's them, you're going to look at them and be like, yeah, it's their fault. All our tax dollars, the reason that I can't live the life I want to live is because of them. So easily, like, you blame other people and everybody starts just kind of blaming each other when really it's these corporations are fucking taking advantage of everybody.
Snow the product for president, man.
No, please. Please, no. But you're right. You're right. Because if I could live, like, you know, one of my goals, like, if I could live in my little ranch and live my little life and be self-sustainable and have vegetables and fruits and my animals and be happy, I would. Like, I don't, you know, I've done a lot. I love traveling. I love, you know, the turn up and dressing out. But, bro, if I would wear overalls and just be a fucking farmer, I'd be totally fine.
I feel that life, man. It was a time where I was about to move to Puerto Rico and leave all of this alone. Yeah. All of this, bro. Didn't care about the money, nothing. I was going to get a regular job in Puerto Rico and live, I was going to buy a nice spot. I was going to live a regular life. Some of this stuff ain't what it cracked up to be, bro. Peace, having your own peace is more important than anything.
My parents came here. became citizens because everybody thinks that immigrants don't want to be citizens. They do want to be citizens. It's just hard. And it takes a lot of money. And you're not going to make it from there. You don't show up from Mexico or another country, Central America, whatever. You don't show up with hundreds of thousands of dollars ready to be a citizen. If you did, you'd just fucking live a good life over there. You could live a really good life in other countries. You come here out of necessity, the same way that these fucking pilgrims did, or stupid Columbus. Like, people leave where they're coming from because they need to. So they come here, they figure it out, they work, and then they go, you know what, actually, fuck this. And then they go fucking back, and then they just, you know, live their life.
America did it to themselves, though, because they promote this American dream.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to have that? Especially coming from another country, you know?
Well, they just don't tell you to catch. And the other thing is there's no life that doesn't have some level of consequence, some level of sacrifice. You're not going to be 100% comfortable. It doesn't matter what you choose to be. True. Regular life, celebrity life, industry life, whatever life you're trying to pull off in this world, it comes with something. It costs. You just have to know the cost, and you have to be willing to pay the cost. And I find the problem is 9 times out of 10, they don't tell you what the price is until it's too late. You're already in the mix. And they're like, this is what it's going to cost you. You want to be a dope-ass rapper making fly-ass music that touches millions of people on a day-to-day basis, and you want to live a life where you get to travel and you get a certain level of financial freedom, it's going to cost you your privacy. It's going to cost you time with the people that you're doing it for. It's going to cost you your independence. It's going to push on your boundaries every day. It's going to cost you a level of anxiety. And most people don't see the unsexy part of the thing that they want to be. What I like so much about her, from the moment I met her, thanks to that woman right there, from the moment I met her, she's never not shown that part.
She's dope.
She's never hid the fact that I'm not that it's not that great. It's great. It's dope. I'm blessed. I'm happy. But it doesn't stop me from being a woman and dealing with everything that comes with being a woman. It doesn't stop me from being a woman in this business and everything that comes along with being a woman in this business. It doesn't stop me from being gay and all the stuff that comes along with me being gay and my sexuality being on Front Street. None of these things that I have taken away the sting of this other shit that came with the fame. But she's always done that. That's why I've always fucked with her, always tried to support her, and always been like on her side because she's not lying about anything. And so many people don't lie because it's sexier. The truth is not sexy.
It can be.
9 times it should be. It should be. It should be. How about that? How about it should be okay to tell the truth? It should be. You shouldn't have to worry about somebody else's ego. Somebody else's ego shouldn't be fucking with your career. It should be cool to tell the truth. Hey, yo, you fucked that up, bro. Fuck you doing? My bad. My bad. You know what? You're absolutely right. I've been blah, blah, whatever. My bad. I got it. It should be just that simple as opposed to, nah, it's not my fault. Nah, you didn't say that. Nah, you didn't tell me. And that's just on the micro level. It shouldn't be that. She should be able to go to work without having a bunch of issues because she's a woman. Have issues because you're an asshole. Have issues because you're a dickhead.
Incompetent.
Have issues because you're incompetent. Have issues because you lack responsibility. Your memory's bad. Those should cause you issues. The song you wrote sucks. That should cause you an issue. Not because of all this other shit that don't have nothing to do with nothing else. That sucks.
So, Snow, what does retirement look like from you away from music?
Right now?
Right now?
No, like I'm saying, like, right? Like, what do I think? I don't know, you know? Like, I've played with the idea of, like, what if I just, like, do something else, obviously. But then you think about how, like, you know, can I use a few more $1 million? Like, yeah. Like, so do I work another year?
No, I'm talking about, like, if you got your money, you got everything that you want. Because I hear you got a farm. Like, what does retirement look like for you?
I'm telling you, I play with the idea every fucking day. Every day, I'm like, do I want to fucking do this anymore? But I do. Like, if I was to retire, like, and stop rapping, I would probably just do it as a hobby. And then probably one of them songs would be a record. Like, I remember one time I really was about to leave and I made this song called I Don't Want to Leave. And it was about, like, not wanting to leave, But like, cause I ain't seen the sun yet. Like I ain't seen it yet. But like, damn, like I've worked way too hard already. And then that song fucking blew up on the internet. And then, you know, I toured off that song for a while. So I don't know. I feel like with me, I've accepted that I do this for fun. This is my life. This is my lifestyle. Drop songs when I want to. The way that I'm doing it right now makes me so happy that I am scared to do business with distributors or labels because I'm scared that they're going to suck me back into an idea of an industry that doesn't exist. And it's awesome, right? Like I'm independent. I'm this independent, strong woman. Of course I would love for somebody to come through and save me. I would love for a fucking label to actually tell the truth and be like, yo, we're going to give you this much money. We're going to do this part. We're going to split it 50-50, but you're not going to have to worry about these things. I would love it if they were actually going to do it and it was true. Who wouldn't want a little bit extra time? I don't want to be worried about so many little fucking things, but 9 times out of 10, they're fucking lying.
Would you even trust it if somebody said that at this
That's what I'm
point?
saying. I don't.
It's speaking of the industry, because I feel like we're in a time in 2024, it's sort of like this reckoning, this industry shakedown. And you see it happening around you. Everything that's happened this year with the indictments and the news and the internet trying to drag people down.
A bunch of people stepping down.
People stepping down.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's a serious time. So for you being someone who loves the art so much, right? But not necessarily the business or the industry part. Like, have there ever been things that you've witnessed or you've seen that you've just felt like are so devilish you want to pull away? And I'm not asking if you've been to a freak off. But have you been to?
I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. The time that I was, do you want to meet this person? I'm very glad I said no. That was good. No, I feel like there's been a lot of things about this, especially in the beginning. Like I said, I was signed on pop, so I would go to the pop producers, studios and homes and whatever. And I was just like, so I'm neurodivergent, right? So my brain, obviously, you got to learn how your brain works. Now I know. I just was peeping too much stuff and it felt uncomfortable. So I'm glad that it did. And to me, I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, why can't I be comfortable? And it was mostly because it just didn't make sense. I'm like, you have this mediocre man with 10 guys producing the beats for him. And this is the guy that's making this amount of money, and you see the guys, and I'm like, why can't I just fuck with those guys? Those are the guys that are hitting the fucking keys. Like, I want to work with them. And they're like, that's just not how it works. Like, stop. Like, you got to work through this person and whatever. And I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. Or for example, I'm seeing this big, huge deal in the music industry. And he has 2 16-year-old boys telling him if the song's hot. And this motherfucker controls the majority of like so much shit. And like, I hit the studio because I literally that day I went asking for a certain amount of money because I knew I was leaving the label, but I was like, hey, I need a last tour, whatever. I was like, give me what you fucking owe me, pretty much. So I was like, I need this much money for a bus. I need this, I need that. Cool. But I'm in the studio and sure enough, he has 2 like little guys and they're dancing and he's like basically A&Ring by these 2 kids, just whether they dance to the song or not. Thank God they danced to my song, so he gave me the money. But I was just like, what is this? Like, it's weird as fuck. It's this older white man, these 2 young guys that are just happy probably to get, liquor and some money, a little bit on the side.
That's crazy.
And this is making the decisions that are changing people's lives, and you're just like, wow, that's fucking weird. Wow. So I just would fucking leave and just be like, this shit don't make no sense at all. So now I only do shit that like makes sense to me. And sometimes maybe I fuck up, but I'll gladly take my L. I take accountability. That's it. If it's a W, it's a W. If it's an L, it's an L. I handle my business like you would if you have a barbershop. How much money did we make? How much money did we invest? What did we put in marketing? What did we do this? Are we in the red? Are we in the green? What is our book? It's pretty simple. I made a song that came from my brain. How much did I pay for the beat? How much did I pay for this? Did I make any money or not? Will I make any money? There's times where a song doesn't make that much money, but then I sync it later. That $40,000, $50,000 that I just made from a sync, boom, put that into the pot of what I made for that. That makes sense. I'm in the green. Love it. Go on tour. What's it going to cost me to go? Okay, cool. That's it. It's like, I don't know why the music industry has so many magical, weird numbers. It doesn't.
It's the jerk the artist, I feel.
Yeah.
Well, that's business. That's business. It's not just the music industry. It's any industry. That's
Yeah,
business.
but the music industry is
The music industry has a lot of magical numbers that don't exist.
Every business, if they could, they'd do it too.
If they could, but they can't, because here's the thing. Music and art, when I realized that I could just make shit out of my head, like I come up with it. I can have something not tangible. And I tried to teach this to my son because I was like, it's all good. Because he was like, you know, well, I'll just do, I'll buy this and I'll sell this and whatever. And I'm like, totally fine. Because I was like, he wanted to rap at some point. And I was like, no, I'm like, I think you want to produce, like, at least to start. I'm like, please only rap if you're actually going to want to be a rapper, because I don't want you to get in that. Anyway, I was like, it's good to have a hobby that you can have nothing tangible, make it up, and then make money off of it. That's a business that like not too many people can get into. Anybody can buy a house and flip it. Anybody can buy a, you know, whatever and flip it. When you have something that you can come out your head with and have an idea and see it come to fruition and make money off of it, that's magic. That is something that you can't buy. And that's power. And that's when I learned that I had my own fucking power. Boom. That's why I'm happier making music this way. I'm not super famous. I can kind of chill. I could be in Dykeman and nobody really recognizes me, but like 3 people take my pictures and keep it pushing, as opposed to whatever the fuck this shit is, you know? But I suggest that to anybody.
So
find a hobby that you can make money off of, just your brain and your thoughts.
That's what kept you in the industry, because you had a lot of little obstacles that you dealt with throughout your industry, which would probably scare anybody, and you stayed. So that's what keeps you there?
Yeah, I worked on myself. I did the work. I really like fucking read a lot and listened to a lot of shit. And I wanted to be happy. I've been depressed most of my life. I was looking for being happy. So whatever I needed to do that was it. Whoever I needed to cut off, whatever I needed to do, whatever I need to work on, anything. So when I realized, okay, I'm happy when I just make music off my laptop. I have my studio with me all the time in my backpack. I can make 10 songs today if I wanted to. I'm happy. You know what I mean? That's a good feeling. Why would I give that up for the hope that maybe someone's gonna save my career? Like, I'm good.
Because you might want to be more famous than you are.
For what?
Some people, attention is the new currency. A lot of people want to be famous before they want to be anything else. You might want that.
I want to eat without getting fat, but I can't do that. So
that was dope. I like that. I'm gonna use that. I'm stealing it. I'm using that.
I'm just saying, that's if you're asking for a reason why people don't go your route and why they go the other route. A lot of people just want to be famous.
Yeah, which is fine. That's up to them and their therapist.
How competitive are you, rap wise?
Oh, rap. Not so
Rap-wise.
much. I thought like games, I'm like probably a little bit.
Oh God, no, not game. Like rap-wise.
I don't know. I can't say that that's something that I've been in anymore. When I first started, yes, I wanted to be the best. Wanted to, you know, bars after bars. I think now I want to impress myself. I like that feeling when you're in the studio and you come up with something, you're like, oh shit, I did that shit. Like, you know, that, I like that. I like, you know, making obviously 6-syllable, 7-syllable rhymes and schemes and figuring, you know what I mean? Like bars that go even deeper than you thought. Like, I like that, but I like it when they're fun. I don't like it when it's just super serious. I don't find that interesting.
Any dream collaborations?
I don't know. Whatever aligns, honestly. I hope to align with artists that I can collab with and we can also be friends, which sounds super lame for me to just be but I'm serious. I'm a person. Like, there's not that often that you, like, lately, like I said, with my podcast, like, I get to, talk to people. But first we build, and then we talk. Because it's very much, like, we're getting lit, and we're talking. And so sometimes it's just, like, very, you know, it's better to be with a good vibe. If your publicist brings you, we might not even vibe. That might be awkward as fuck, because I do it live. So there is no cutting. There is no nothing. Whatever happens, it just unravels in front of the, you know, internet. And I've been meeting really cool people that I end up kicking it with. We don't even post nothing. It's just like, you know, come to the ranch, let's hang out, or,
what's
you
the
know,
name of the show?
go Every Night Nights. Every Night Nights.
Every Night Nights.
On my pod. Yeah, my channel's called Everyday Days, and then my podcast called Every Night Nights.
Sure.
Because it was my everyday days. Instead of being Snow the product, I'm Claudia. That's my name, by the way. Nice to meet everybody. But yeah, so then everyday days, the word play was every 9 nights. And I made a podcast during COVID. And it was good. Because that meant I didn't have to do any of these cheesy ass live stream shows to keep my money while there was no touring, which was fucking terrible. Did y'all see that? When everybody was having to do live stream shows,
yeah.
It was so sad.
I mean, the only thing that came out of it was Versus. Really.
That's the only thing.
That was it. That was all we had.
No, Club Quarantine came out of that.
Club Quarantine. That was like a one-off. Like Versus, you got to
Versus
see.
was
lit. Yeah, Versus was definitely
Club
Damn, y'all shitting on Club Quarantine. I'm sorry.
Not at all.
It just didn't happen. It happened as often as
that was just our entertainment right there. You know what I'm saying?
Club Quarantine was definitely cool, but you was always dancing in your living room. But like Versus, you got to see this person versus this person. You hear all the catalogs together. This shit was fire.
No, that is dope.
As young Claudia becoming Snow, like, was there a particular like artist that you like? I'm coming for your spot. Like, when I come up in there, I'm taking over.
I don't think for anyone's spot. I wanted to be friends with them. I'm telling you, like I wanted to meet them. Like I wanted to I genuinely just wanted to like know them. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna fucking, that'd be crazy. But no, like I think every time I've met like Miss Lauryn Hill, the fact that she's so nice is still to this day like dope. I think Missy was amazing. Is amazing. Sorry. Aaliyah was fire. Fucking Timbaland was dope. Like genuine. Obviously, all that '90s R&B, all that. Yeah, I thought it was
you still
fucking
keeping
super.
Live, by the way.
Right. I'm vibing. Yeah, I think them. I think Ludacris was one of my favorite rappers. I think just technically as a rapper, he was just a very good rapper. So having a song with him to me was like, dang, like that was dope.
That's fire.
Little me was happy.
That's fire.
But yeah, I don't know.
Little me.
Luda doesn't get enough.
That boy, man,
he don't get it. People try to play him too often.
Who be trying to play Luda though?
By the way, that Tell It How It Is or Tell It Like It Is, whatever his song was, that's why I got my business in order. I listened to that whole fucking song. So when I met him, that's all I wanted to tell him. It was like, your song. I played it so much and he said, sign yourself to yourself and start signing your own checks and all that shit. Everything from trademark to copy. Like if you don't have your business right, it's because you just didn't listen. Because people warned you. People told you. From Jay-Z to fucking Ludacris to fucking everybody. Everybody been saying it.
No, shout out to
Lupe Fiasco. I feel like listening to Lupe Fiasco or B.O.B. all them, like warning you about the game. Sometimes I even thought maybe I was like, damn, maybe it was like a self-fulfilled prophecy that I went into the label thinking they was gonna fuck me over. I'm like, maybe I went in there a little bit already, or maybe that's just what was gonna happen, and at least I was warned. You never know. What would you change about your road from point A to point B besides listening to Dove? Like, is there anything you look back and think? I'm telling you, the advice I'm giving people now is because that's what I wish I would have done. I wish I would have worked on myself before getting myself into some business that maybe I wasn't completely ready to get into. Because this shit'll try you. This shit'll try all your insecurities. They will just pop out at you and you won't even fucking realize it. People will be in your ear. If you're seeking validation from other people, that shit'll fuck you up because now what if you're around the wrong person, or what if you're looking for this, or this cool guy's telling you do this when this, dorky, nerdy person's telling you to do this, but you listen to the cool person because you're looking for validation because maybe you got something inside of you that, all these things, like you get lost in the sauce real quick. Next thing you know, you get spit out. With me, at least. Know your worth. Yeah. You gotta know your worth. You gotta know who you are. Right. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you want. A lot of people want it. Some people want to be famous. Some people want to be good. Some people want a mix of both. You got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you come walking in trying, like she said. I hear her story. You hear about her marrying young, having a child young. She was in that relationship for 10 years. Grew into another person. Thankfully, it was able to shake out well, but that could have went terrible. But it's honestly because I'm an honest person. Because I was honest with him. I was honest with my family. I've always taken care of my family. I was honest with people at Atlantic. I was honest. I feel like with everybody that's been a part of my life, I feel like I've kept it real. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I told you I was going to do the interview. I was going to come back. I came back with Dove. That's been my person since when I was walking, being out here doing all the blog stuff. they're still my fucking person, you know? Like, I feel like my brother, my cousin, like my original DJ, the guy that shot the Holy Shit video that was on World Star, like, that guy's the guy that shot my whole fucking tour this time, last time. Like, I've just stayed true to the people that have stayed true to me, and I think that will always allow you to bounce back and shake back from mistakes or L's or whatever, because people are like, nah, but like, they'll give you, you know, they'll give you that little room for mistakes because they know, like, you've always kept it real with them. I think that's been my saving fucking grace.
That's dope. Having some solid people in your corner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Trials and tribulations will show you who's solid, who sticks around when it's not
story.
so great.
And you got to be careful too, because some people that stick around is yes men and women, and just will groom you on that. And just because when the fame start growing, they start getting their own. What I'm gonna get out of it? I want to be around. I want to continue to get the money. I want to get the fame, the likes too. So it's a crazy balance when you're an artist and you figuring stuff out. But I think it's important to have people around you that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
You know, especially before the fame,
Yeah.
the money and everything started rolling
Like,
in.
you got all family.
Yeah.
Like half your, I didn't mean to say, I wasn't gonna say payroll, but like half the people rocking with you on some work shit are like directly related to you, or like have been around since whenever. That's what it looks like.
That's fire.
Yeah. 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 I mean, definitely.
Was that intentional or it just shook out like that?
People have came and gone. There's been new people that get added on. We think they're like us. They're not. The one thing that I've noticed that worked for me was if you hang around my house for more than 3 days, do something. Pick something up, do something. Are you washing your own dish? What are you doing? I don't have people. And for a while there, people did kind of start coming around, and, you know, there's parties and hanging out. Now you're sleeping on the couch. Next thing you know, whatever. But we started just implementing these rules and being like, we work, I work, my brother works, my cousin works, my people work. If you're hanging around here, are you doing something? You'll be surprised how many people stop coming around when you be like, pick something up, sweep something, do something. Motherfuckers will real quick not want to hang out no more. But that's what we've done. We stay busy. We stay working. So if you're around, you're going to work. If you don't like work, get away from us. It's like a very easy way to just, you know. And then if you start working around us long enough, then cool, stick around. If you don't like it, or if we start seeing some weird shit, then don't. People get themselves out pretty easily.
I think you have the perfect level of fame.
I love it.
I think you have the perfect level of success.
Thank you.
But not because it looks good to somebody else, but because you've managed to be so comfortable with it all.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. I think that's aspirational. I think more of our creatives should aspire for a level of comfort with the thing that they do.
Yeah.
If you're gonna preach anything to people, I would like more people to be like Snow when it comes to that. As opposed to just fame for fame's sake or clout for clout's sake. You're very comfortable in what you've created around you. I would like to see more of that.
Right.
Yeah. Every day I fall more in love with it because there's been times where maybe I didn't feel as, but I'm seeing it, like I'm appreciating it. And like I said, that work-life balance, being able to take those trips, being able to afford my son the type of life, or, we can go see things or do things, like, that's it, bro. At the end of the day, life isn't promised. We don't even fucking know, like, when we're gonna go. So I would like to just at least spend the time that I can with my family and, like, love them as much as I can, and them know that, So it's like, why would I go gain, stadiums when I could just, like, hang out with them? It's a vibe.
That's dope.
So that's a vibe.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
pretty much.
Anybody else got anything else?
I just think it's dope just to, like I said, hear artists talk like this. Like, it's refreshing because, a lot of people in this game chasing fame, chasing attention. And like MECC said, it's the new currency. Some people I feel will have 1 million followers to have $1 million sometimes.
Yeah.
Because of what they chasing. But, just to hear your social views, your political views, and you just being a human and accepting that part of life, like you make mistakes, you learn, you grow from it. I mean, I salute you.
Thank you.
I salute you a lot.
Yeah, you know what? Flower time. Anybody got anything nice to say about Snow the Pride?
No, she still never got her question about the farm.
Listen, I'm still trying to figure out what type of animals you got on this
That's off
farm.
camera.
The horses, the goats. Like,
I got goats, I got chickens, I got dogs, and I'm getting a horse. I wanted to get a cow after this tour, but then after I saw everything that was going on in Florida and how packed the highways were, I was like, damn, we should get a motorcycle. But then I was like, nah, I should get a horse. Because if you think about it, you could just fucking dip the fuck out. LA traffic is insane.
Right.
If I needed to evacuate LA, I'm not getting through.
Right.
If I
So
had
if me and my family got horses and we dipping out, bro,
If I hear
it's over.
I knew where she was going.
If I hear a
Horses
woman on the
getting hit in
freeway,
traffic.
if I hear a woman on the freeway with green hair and a horse,
You're like, there goes Snow.
They on Snow right there.
Yeah.
How much them horses be running for?
Hella. Well, it depends. I mean, you got cheap ones, you got more expensive ones, whatever. Obviously, I
Make a
want
shit
horse.
ton of money with
Like
horse
the cheap
semen.
horse.
Yeah,
Horse semen.
horses.
Horse semen. Y'all didn't know that?
Holy
Wait,
shit.
wait.
All right.
Wait.
all right, that's another
didn't
show.
know that?
It's another show.
Hold on, I
You can make
want
a
for those
shit
that don't
ton
know.
of
Hold
money.
on. One at a time. Start here.
I just know that you can make a shit
You
ton of
know.
money
You
off
know.
of horse semen.
And horse
Am I
shit.
not right?
And horse shit. Because horse shit
sure.
is the fertilizer.
You talking about manure?
No, like if you get a horse.
Don't they do that with cows?
Listen.
Yeah, but
Fertilizer
horse manure, that's where you make your money from the fertilizer and all of that.
That's
Yeah,
something
and
new to
I
me. what you
have
said.
That's new to you?
New to
fruit
me.
trees
Never
and
heard of that.
Me too.
stuff. So
I
it's
worked
like
with
it all,
people that had like
my
very
goal is for
expensive
everything to
horses.
be self-sufficient. Like, you know, we could get the food's good, the animals,
Right.
you know, just live a nice little comfy life. Which, you know, I don't think my son loves very much, but he wants to be in a city and a skyscraper and shit. And, you know, that's on him, but I guess.
Well, getting
Do you
23
actually
million.
do your own farming? Do you do your own farming? Like you?
Yeah,
grow?
right before we got on the fucking flight, I was over here building my chickens a brand new chicken coop because the other one is getting fucked up. So
Oh
I'm
well,
like,
you know you got to make a new chicken coop.
Yeah.
the old one's getting fucked up.
I've been falling asleep to carpentry videos every fucking night. Yes or no?
That's
I'm learning how to make
That's
shit
crazy.
with myself because, bro, you gotta be self-sufficient.
Right.
Like everything's going back to what it used to be, which is fucking
You
hilarious.
live off
to be
your
talking
land. You live off the land.
about. Yeah.
That's normal.
You don't think I could have bought a fat house and been like, yeah, look at me balling, or I
Hopefully
bought
not that
4
voice.
acres in LA.
Right.
And just be like, fruits, vegetables, have my family. We got a cool pool. We got a basketball court.
How
we
many
got
acres?
animals.
That's
4.
fine.
4 acres.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 12 miles from fucking Hollywood, like
Right.
my podcast is there, my studio's there. I could get people coming in. If you're in LA and you want to get interviewed or whatever, looking at the camera. No, I was joking. No, you know what I mean? Like all that shit. Like have that whole shit just be right there. I could live my family life. I could live my professional life. We're all on the internet. Find me there. I don't need to be traveling too much.
What kind of fruit is coming off these trees?
There's avocado, there's tangerines, there's apples, there's
I'm coming shopping.
pears.
I'm coming shopping. Next time I'm in LA, get in the bag.
mangoes, lemons. I got my little garden growing.
Lemons, limes.
You notice it tastes different from store bought.
Yeah. The chicken eggs too.
Yeah,
They're
sure.
different.
You don't gotta refrigerate them or nothing. You know that?
Yeah.
No, how would I know that?
You know
I know that.
everything, you know everything else. I mean, so I know that. Right? I know that.
You're like, I know that now. Added it to his artillery of facts.
What she said. Well, now,
Oh,
just
shit.
so you know, you
Man,
don't
we-
even have to refrigerate.
Man,
Yeah, if you don't take the
angry, he
film
ain't
off, if you don't wash them,
Curse your ass
you couldn't
out
even
for
wash
that
them
one.
down. They don't go back.
Yo, that's crazy.
I
did
was
not
today
know
years
that.
old when I
That's
learned.
crazy.
The moment you wash them is when they go bad quicker. So
Yeah,
you have to
then you can keep them
refrigerate.
out. You ain't gotta refrigerate them.
Okay, now the question is, how did you know that?
Bro, I got friends upstate New York that got chickens. The Hawks be eating the chickens, but
Right.
they give me eggs and be like, yo, you ain't gotta refrigerate them.
Fuck, this
Because
dude-
whatever coating is on the eggs, when they in the supermarket, they washed off already.
that's what you was just saying?
Yeah. It's true.
Okay, Spinoza with the best.
Bro, you
omelets
forgot.
in the
Hold on.
city.
Nah, he was about to go to PR.
No, wait. Hold
farming.
on. You forgot who my friend is. Forgot who my friend
No,
is.
I know your friend to be picking up dead bears off the.
Nah,
I don't know nothing about
they
the
all
fresh
like
eggs.
that.
And ride with them shit.
Yeah.
Ride with dead animals in the back seat.
He be hanging out with the Kennedy Kennedy clan. They got dead bears in the back of the hatchback.
While he doing the whole interview out in the front. A whole dead animal in the car.
I mean,
Kicking
yeah.
She said, I mean, yeah. But, you know,
I'll be doing interviews sometimes, and I'm like the things I just finished doing, and then I'm you know.
Or maybe got to hook up with Bobby then.
I don't know if I
There
want
you
to.
go.
No, he's a Trump supporter. I don't know if I want to do
Who's
that.
a Trump supporter?
Bobby.
So is my ex-husband.
He's
So
a
is it
help.
who?
My ex-husband is a Trump supporter.
I know Thanksgiving must be nice.
You know, once there's a certain amount of alcohol, everybody just kind of goes. Everybody's like, even my son, he's like, oh no, we're not going to start talking about this. So yeah.
Yeah, you should probably keep politics and, what is it? Don't discuss politics and religion at the table?
Yeah.
Or sports.
And in the workplace.
You got to discuss sports.
Sports, yeah, that's good. You gotta
We all
discuss
different teams.
Oh, shit. Y'all all fucked
That's
up. with
nasty.
that. Y'all beefing left, right, and
That's
center.
nasty work right
Who's your team?
Raiders. My son likes the Ravens. I'm like so close to the Raiders, yet so far.
We Knicks fans around here. At least I am. I can't speak for nobody else.
there. Nah, we definitely make fans over it.
No, I don't know about everybody in this room. Some
I'm
of
dead.
us is new fans.
As a Raider fan, you know I'm a loyal ass person because goddamn.
You have to be.
Nah, I think
I've been
Giants.
sticking it out.
Giants.
I've been sticking it out for years.
Yeah, you
Giants and
Knicks
Knicks.
as well. The Knicks,
Be a
believe
Knicks
me.
fan. We'll show you
You're
what
loyal
loyalty
to the
looks
soil
like.
if you're a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
We went through all of. We still go.
We still go. I was about to say, we still going to do stuff, but we trying to get our stuff together. Shout out to my man Cat.
Yeah. And I'm going to say, I say that for after the show.
Yeah, no, shout out to Bodega Cat, aka the Big Bodega. DiVincenzo, we miss you. We wish you were still on the team. That sucks. Snow, I thank you for your contribution. I thank you for your attitude. I thank you for your spirit. I thank you for the fact that since we have met 11 plus years ago, the only thing that's changed about you is the wig and a handful of tattoos. You've been the exact same person, and that's not only respectable, but rare.
Thank you.
So thank you for being one of my rare friends
Aww.
in this life.
Don't make
Snow
me
the
cry.
product, people.
Thank you.
Snow the unicorn. Man.
Thank you. Snow the unicorn.
Snow the unicorn. Yeah.
She got enough of people thinking she might already. Throw a unicorn, they definitely will. Yo, we out.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.